What is going on, everybody? We live.
Hey, everybody. Happy holidays.
Happy holidays, everybody. Thank y'all for hanging out with us tonight.
I feel like we haven't done this in like 5 years.
I know, dude, and you know what? This is actually the first one that we've started like in a consecutive regular 2 week style, and it still feels like it's been a long time, man.
I know, seriously, man. We might have to go weekly. I don't know. We'll see how it goes,
Dude, weekly would be pretty cool, man. Maybe we could work that out sometime. That'd be cool.
Hey, dude, I'm feeling the new beard, man. The whole beard now.
Thanks, man. Hey, dude, it's getting cold down here in SC, bro, and I just I don't deal with the cold. I don't like the cold as much as I used to when I was younger. So I was like, man, it's time to let the Viking beard go.
I love it, man. I love it.
I appreciate it, man.
Looks good, man. Looks good.
Connor, what's going on? Thank you for hanging out with us tonight, as well as you too, Brian. What's going on, guys?
Hey, everybody. Hey, by the way, Connor, I could not get to the shop you were telling me about. I tried, but we were staying on the park, and I could not get there. But I did not disappoint. I did get I dropped some serious coin, you guys. So,
Yeah, so I know we were going to do a segment for Hyper. He was going to show off his Galaxy's Edge pickups, but his package actually didn't come in time. So we might try to do like a stream next week sometime just to showcase that alone. Because
I want to address something real quick. So I went down with my sister. So my sister, she had her significant other couldn't go for the first half. So she invites me down to go to Disney. Now my sister is hardcore Disney, right? Like hardcore. She worked for Disney for a decade in France, and like she's all about Disney. So it was a real treat to go with her because she knows the ins and outs of Disney like nobody's business, you know? So we went down for her 50th birthday. And so, of course, like I get there the first night and I'm like, I want to get some ears. I want to get some Mickey ears because, you know, there's like a hat, like a Mickey hat, you know, like with the thing on it, or maybe the Donald Duck one. So we get into the park right away and immediately I see this very understated, very subtle. It's very subtle. I don't think it's a very subdued hat. I think everybody would agree, you know, the Darth Maul hat with the horns on it. And I'm like, I'm buying that hat. And that's going to be my Mickey ears for the 4 days that I'm down here, right? I'm telling you guys, I'm a married man, but all you do is you just tell everybody that you're horny, right? When you're wearing this hat, you know, and they're like, oh, horny, I get it. Ah, ha, ha, ha. You know, all of these people were like, all these women wanted to take pictures. It was out of control, like out of control. It was like if I was like the Darth Maul actor, I don't think that guy gets as much attention as this hat got down there. It was out of control. Everywhere I went, they're like, where did you buy that? And I'm like, oh, I'm not telling you. I'm not giving up this secret. This is too good. I'm like a celebrity down here with this thing on, you know?
You gotta look for it yourself.
Right, exactly. You gotta find it yourself. So anyways, what's up, everybody?
Yeah, thank you all for joining us tonight. We got How Runner, we got Connor, we got Brian, we got Timbo that's joining us. Timbo's here kind of early tonight. Usually he's I feel like he's busy on the weekends. Usually he don't join us until like an hour in the stream. So what's going on, man?
I know, Timbo. It's good to see you, man. Usually you show up when I'm ready to go to bed.
Real quick, I did want to say, man, Timbo, dude, Hyper, I don't know if I know you're starting to come back on YouTube again, getting done with your kitchen renovation, but
yes,
Timbo uploaded some of his donut shop pics, and dude, wow, it is so cool. I don't know if you've seen that yet.
So apologies to everybody. I owe everyone an apology. I have not been able to get onto YouTube this week. It's been insane. And, trying to move back in and everything else. So I'm back at it now. We're officially back in, and I'm going to rock and roll with all of this stuff and comment on everybody's stuff. I can't wait to get back into it. So apologies, but I'm ready to finish up strong and go into 2025 with a lot of renewed energy. I got a lot of things to share with people. So
I'm not going to lie, man. It was nice to see your name pop up in my notifications. Hyperdrive Collections commented on da-da-da-da. I was like, man, that's pretty sweet to see. I missed that, man.
Oh man, everybody. I'm serious. I missed it a lot, you know. And but sometimes sometimes life gets in the way, and when you got a wife chirping at you to get this stuff done, man, it was hard. The last 10 days were hard, and then throwing a trip to Florida, and you're like, okay, I'm just kind of out of the loop, you know. But
no, man, no need to apologize, man. No need at all, man. You were doing some Star Wars shit. There ain't no need to apologize for that, and you had real life going on too, dude.
So while we're on the topic, has anybody done? So I have to say, like, I was invited to go to Disney, but I'm not particularly a Disney parks guy. At least I didn't think I was. And I hadn't been down there in like 25 years or something like that when the kids were really little. So, I mean, I remember it with a stroller and fighting with people at Pizza Planet. You know what I mean? But nowadays, everybody should do Disney as an adult. It's an entirely different thing, especially if you have a really good tour guide or whatever. But, you know, I was treated to a beautiful time, and I was not prepared for the Disney Galaxy's Edge. I was not prepared for it. I didn't realize what it was. And it truly is, as a Star Wars fan, it's magnificent, man. I mean, it is magnificent. I did not want to leave the gate. I did not want to go into the other part of the park. I was vibing in there, like resonating with everything, you know. And I dropped some coin there, like when my wife gets the credit card bill, she's gonna serve me the papers.
Man, you were in Galaxy's Edge. How could you not, man? I mean, you were like, when you get there, I've never been, but my brother went. You were literally in Star Wars, and I know me and you were just talking in the pre-chat before we started the show, and me and my family were actually trying to work out a trip to go down there and check that out, because I would love to see the Falcon in person. And imagine how fun would it be to do like a Stone and Hyper vlog while we're down there. I feel like
we're doing it, man. We're going. We're going. You know, stay tuned, everybody. We're doing it. But the Falcon, the real life size Falcon, is magnificent. Like, especially as a kid in the 70s growing up, and the Millennium Falcon has been such a part of my life. And to see that realized as a 1-to-1 scale model is simply, that's religious. That's like going to Mecca. You know, I mean, it really is. And then they have every 10 feet there is a place that will part you with your money. You know, and, but I did the droid depot. I built my own droid, the Bluetooth enabled droid, which might be the coolest thing I've ever done.
That's
I can't wait to show that with everybody.
Hell yeah, man.
And then of course I did not build my own lightsaber, but I went to the lightsaber shop. I couldn't get a reservation to build it, but I did pick up a pretty sweet lightsaber, two pretty sweet lightsabers.
Yes, you did.
I kind of got bit by the lightsaber bug, and that's a tough one, because, man, you go down that rabbit hole and holy shit, man, you're a sayonara paycheck.
And real quick, Timbo's reminding us,
don't forget to hit that like button.
Would appreciate it very much.
That's right, Timbo.
Little bit of Stone and Hyper ASMR. How Runner's a little upset he didn't get the invite.
Oh, hey, listen, you can all come. We can all go down there. Let's just all go down and do it, man.
Connor's saying it'd be so much fun to meet you. Man, it would be awesome to meet up with a couple people down there, man. That would be a really cool time.
Maybe we should like book something and do like a not a meet and greet, but a meet up, and meet up and
hit up some comic shops and get some lunch, go get breakfast or whatever, just hang out. Yeah, that'd be really cool.
Absolutely, you know. So
yeah, that'd be awesome.
Yeah.
So how much time does a normal person spend in Galaxy's Edge asking for a friend?
Well, let me tell you right now, Hal Runner. So I am not a normal person when it comes to Star Wars.
That'd be awesome, Connor.
But my sister is not a huge Star Wars person, but even she was completely swept up in it. And we did a solid 4 hours just walking around and doing stuff.
Hell yeah, dude.
Solid 4 hours. And that's not even really trying. Like, that's not even waiting in lines and stuff. Like, the lines weren't really that bad. We didn't wait more than 10 minutes to go into any rides.
That's not bad at all, man.
No, and the ride, okay, so I don't care what anybody says. I'm not a huge sequel trilogy guy by any stretch of the imagination, But that Rise of the Resistance ride, first of all, there's like 3 separate rides. Every time you go in it, it's a different ride. And the fact that they have 2 life-size 1-to-1 scale AT-AT walkers in that ride that you ride underneath is epic. That is epic, and they got to have at least 50 animatronic stormtroopers in there. I mean, it's dope, man. It is dope, man. You take a ride to get to the ride. It's like one of those deals, but yeah. Oh, sorry. I know I am a little bit far away. Hold on. Let me see if I can move it up a little bit. Right.
Hey, Troy, what's up, man? Thank you for joining us tonight. Simple as so. So what's up, dude? Yeah, Hyper is far away.
I know, right? So
hey, Waso, what is up, buddy? Glad you can
what's
make
going on, Waso? How you doing, man? See, I'm trying to get the Christmas vibes going, and the only way I could figure out how to do it with my setup is to kind of move it back a little bit, and kind of get the rest of it. So it is what it is, guys.
Yeah, simple as so. So Troy, thank you guys for coming to join us tonight, man. Appreciate y'all.
Hey, what's up, Troy? How you doing, man?
But yeah, see, even Connor and Timbo are talking about how cool a meetup would be, man. I think we'll have to make that happen, dude. We will definitely have to make that happen.
That would be awesome. That would be awesome to do that. It doesn't have to be Galaxy's Edge, but it might as well be, I guess.
Dude, yeah, it could be. We can do multiple. We'll figure all that out, man. Is there anything else about Galaxy's Edge you want to bring up? Is there? Timbo had said something earlier about you getting some ideas about world building. Where was it at? Oh, Timbo said, I bet you got some cool world building ideas.
Oh my God, Timbo, I'm ready to build the entire Galaxy's Edge. Like, first of all, when you walk through that gate, and I'm sure a lot of you guys have already been there, so I'm just telling you what you already know. But from a diorama perspective, that is, oh yeah, you like that? The Wampa? That's my boy right there. Yes.
What's up, man? Thank you for joining.
Hey, how's it going, man? But for a world I was tripoding the entire time when I was there, man. I'm serious. Like everywhere you go is the coolest thing ever. All the droids, there's droids everywhere. I just loved it. I loved it. I was completely geeking out the entire time. I was that guy who other family members did not want to be around. Like that was pretty clear, Yeah, it's pretty good, man. It's pretty good for sure.
Yeah, Troy said he got he loves that hockey jersey. He just bought a Bruins one for his pops. I hope.
Right on, Troy. All right. Well, I'm a Bruins guy. I live in Boston. Well, just east of Boston. So yeah. This is the Griswold from Christmas Vacation that you got. People probably know that one.
That's
yeah.
So. But man, I'm really excited for me and my family to go to Galaxy's Edge. I would love to see the Falcon in person. Can't wait to see Chewie and just to be in that environment and to kind of feel like you were just dropped in the galaxy somewhere. Like I'm excited I'm really looking forward to doing that with my family. And then I know they have little fancy drinks and snacks and meals named after Star Wars inspired shit. So is there anything food wise or drink wise that you got that was really cool?
Yes. So I gotta be straight up with you guys. So because we just built a new kitchen, I saw these blue milk glasses everywhere. People had these collectible blue milk glasses, blue milk from Star Wars. So I go and I find it and I'm like, oh, this is probably going to taste like shit, but it's like blue milk. No. Who remembers an Orange Julius? Does anybody remember an Orange Julius from back in the day?
I've heard of that, dude.
So Orange Julius was the greatest beverage ever made, right? And so the blue milk is like a blue Orange Julius. So it took me back to 1987 at the mall when you're buying cassettes, and so I'm like, oh my God. So I got 4. I drank 4 fucking blue milks down there, and they were $18 a pop. And she's like, you must really like this. And I'm like, well, yeah, but I'm trying to collect a set of 4.
That's after the cups. Yeah.
After the 4th one, she goes, you can just buy the cup. And I'm like, are you fucking kidding me?
That's fucking awesome, man.
It was awesome, man. It was awesome. But
Timbo says some of my fellow world builders are doing a meetup at Joe Fest next year. You guys ever go? Hyper D, where is that? Do you know about that?
Joe Fest is awesome. It's usually in Augusta, Georgia. Augusta. Yeah, not far from you, man.
Not far at all from me.
I've been to a couple of Joe Cons. Joe Cons are awesome, man. Yeah, Joe Cons are awesome. The big one, I've never been to Joe Fest, but I really want to go down. Stone, even you would dig it, man. You would dig it.
Hell yeah, dude.
Awesome.
Hell, who knows, man? I know you kind of got me a little. You're actually going to be my first reason I have dipped my toes into the G.I. Joe line. So, maybe I'll get more into it after I get one. Maybe I'll be more inclined to like, oh, this is cool. This is cool. Who knows?
Comments? I know everybody in the comments. I know some of you have a couple of Joe classifieds, and you gotta believe once Stone gets a little taste, you're just gonna take a little taste, and it's gonna be over. It's gonna be over. There's gonna be like a whole other bookshelf over there, man. You know. Oh, that is an awesome shirt. Yeah, man.
Sure. Yeah. Hey, man, brown and tan suit that he got after Secret Wars. This is kind of around the same time where, where Peter got his symbiote suit. So, like, these are two of my favorite costumes for these characters. Like, me and you have talked about Wolverine. There is nothing that will top that tiger stripe yellow and blue.
Right.
But, man, the brown and tan is just so sick.
Does anybody remember the year was 1984? Wolverine was battling the communists in Canada for some reason, right? And he had that shirt. That was it, man. That was it. The Secret Wars. Somebody commented on the mug. Yeah, this mug.
Yep, my mug. Yep.
This mug is awesome. That's another Galaxy's Edge pickup, of course. Of course.
Man, you slap Maul on it, it's going to be badass no matter what.
So Maul is without a doubt the number one seller down there. Forget it. It's Maul all day, every day down there.
Fuck Vader, fuck Luke Skywalker. It's all about Darth Maul, baby.
Even the Mandalorian, like they have all this Mandalorian stuff, and it's about Maul and clone troopers. So they actually have these really, really cool figures down there. They're like maybe like a 10-inch scale figure, 8-inch scale, 10-inch scale, and they're fully articulated, and they have these like built-in lightsabers or built-in blasters, and they have like lights and sounds, and they're really cool. I have never seen these before. They're not really a Black Series; they're bigger, but they have maybe about 15 characters. They got Ahsoka, they got Mandalorian, they got Vader, everybody. Sweet. And the number one, by far and away, I had to search all over the park for it, and I finally found it, was the Episode 3 Revenge of the Sith Mace Windu. They have a purple clone trooper, Episode 3 clone trooper armor. That's the one. I only saw one of them, and I picked it up right away. And you could buy any other of the other ones. They were everywhere, but the clone trooper, and they're like, yeah, man. And apparently there's a mall, and forget about the mall. You can't find it, but I found one of the clone troopers. But yeah, I mean, it's the prequel stuff, man. That's the stuff that really is hot at the parks right now,
Hell yeah. Connor said he just got some GIs delivered today. Crocmaster and Fiona. Hyper, I'm sure exactly what he's talking. Yeah, I figured.
Crocmaster and Fiona is my favorite. If you watch my video on that, Connor, my favorite one all day, Fiona and Crocmaster. Let's see.
That's awesome, man.
Well, of course Connor likes that. I mean, yeah.
Right?
Bathtub, right?
Yeah, of course right?
Right. Oh, yeah.
So, man, you want to get into this HASLAB wish list?
Oh, let's do it, man. Absolutely.
So,
I gotta refer to my notes.
Oh no, you're dude. So, y'all, I pitched this idea to Hyper, and I was like, hey, man, we should do I feel like it would be fun. It's Christmas time. Let's do like a wish list for HASLABs, like something we would want to see them do for HASLAB stuff. And I was like, all right, let's do a top 5 just to keep it kind of simple. And this motherfucker comes back with the most ultimate master list I've ever seen. The amount of thought that you put into this, dude, I am like truly impressed. Like, you came with some absolute fire, man. Like, I was not expecting.
Oh yeah, no. Listen, this has been on my list forever, and you just happened to pick my brain on a topic that I was loving. Yeah. So, anyone know if you can build?
You did.
So yeah, they did, but I was all about the big ones, like there must be like a 14-inch, 15-inch tall droid. I was buying those, but they still did have like the pit droid that's like 14 inches tall is awesome.
Oh, no way, dude.
The 14-inch pit droid, oh man, that was awesome.
Dude, that is so cool. I didn't know they had a pit droid down there.
Yeah, so the pit droid, was awesome. Those things were selling like hotcakes, the pit droids.
Oh, dude, if I seen it in person, there's no way I would. I wallet all day.
Oh yeah, man. Yeah, fully articulated pit droid. It was awesome.
Oh, yeah, it was awesome. Yeah, so my cousin Lord Sosa in chat, he kind of spoiled a little bit of a. I'm going to be getting my first ever Hot Toys. So
no, sir,
dude, my cousin, me and him are very close, and he's just a really good guy. We've always treated each other with respect. But when he told me he was going to get me, I had mentioned something too. We were talking about it on the last live stream, actually, Hyper, and he had never heard about it, and he started going down that rabbit hole, and I was like, okay, dude, like Black Series is one thing. When you look at this shit, this is like cream of the crop.
Oh yeah,
type stuff right here, dude. And he just, my cousin Brandon is a connoisseur of nice things. He works at Zale, so he doesn't mind spending money. I
like him too, Lord Sosa. I love him.
He was, Hyper actually has. You have a few Hot Toys, don't you, man?
I got a few. I mean, they're
you have, man. Those the Lieutenant and the Lieutenant. What is it? I'm blanking right now. You have
the Commander and the Captain.
Dude, they look at just so freaking badass, man. They look so good.
That I would run into a burning building to save those four. Yeah.
Hey, Melissa.
Hey everybody, what's going on?
Yeah, Wasso, dude. The Rancor was stolen from all of us. All of us, dude. I would have easily paid. How much would? Do you remember how much that was supposed to go for, Hyper or Chat? If y'all remember, wasn't it like 600 or something? Maybe I'm tripping.
I don't know. I thought it was like $399. I can't remember. It could have been $600.
$399.
I don't know. I could be wrong.
Dude, I would pay it. I can't even. This is the thing, man, is people were talking about, oh, you could do one cheaper 3D. This is the thing, man, is this thing was going to have like over 30 points of articulation. If you got somebody to 3D print it, you're talking about the arm is one piece. The Hasbro would do it so much better than anybody could. Maybe not anybody. There are some amazing 3D printers and designers out there. But as far as like being able to sell it for a profitable margin and not having to charge like, somebody 3D printing this in their house or their company would need to charge double to triple what Hasbro would pay or what they would charge. So like $400 for that Rancor, dude, for a 1/12 scale Rancor. I think I would do it. I would.
Well, I got to be honest with you. So I have a 3D printer. I have a resin 3D printer, and like one little bottle of resin is like $58, and you would need at least 4 bottles to do it. At least on my resin printer.
Yeah.
And so you're talking about $250 to $300, and it would take a week. It would take at least a week to do it. And that's not including the misprints. So you never just print it out right the first time. Like on my printer, I have a really nice Elegoo 800 brand new printer, and you still mess it up, and there's misprints. So you're talking about probably every piece you would have to do probably twice or 3 times.
Yeah.
So you're talking about, I would say $300 to $400 in materials to get a good copy of one.
And then you still haven't even painted it or marketed it, shipping it out to people. There's so much that goes into it that people just don't understand, man.
Right. I was not particularly excited about the Rancor for a Black Series line because it's so big. I don't have that room.
Yeah, dude, I feel you. It would have been big.
And so like there are some big things that I want in the Black Series, and we're going to get into that in just a minute, as a matter of fact. But the Rancor is not one of them. It's not high on my list of priorities. But having said that, I wanted it to go through so that other people who wanted it would get it, and I was so shocked. But I think that was definitely that was a byproduct of the Riva lightsaber that they did in HasLab, right before it, and everybody was like, I don't want the Reva lightsaber.
Dude, I just feel like it was bad time. Honestly, what you can really chalk it up to, and I'm no expert. There's people smarter than me at Hasbro that work there to do this job, but like, I feel like it really falls under the marketing team. That I feel like they really fumble. There is no reason Star Wars collectors are some of the most hardcore collectors there is in action figures, and there's just no reason a 1/12 Rancor would have. And dude, this is another thing. Is like it barely failed. It was only like it was less than 500, 800 people away from passing. It's just like, why didn't Hasbro just say fuck it?
Well, you know, the other thing too, though, was if you recall on the G.I. Joe side of the equation, almost at exactly the same time,
the Hiss tank, right?
The Hiss tank.
That's right.
They priced that thing to sell, and they made that thing so awesome.
Yeah,
that thing was so.
Yeah,
when you looked at what the Rancor was, they had those really, really lame levels. Remember, there was like some skulls or something.
Yeah, it was like fucking bullshit tier levels. Like, dude, get rid of the fucking tier shit. I just want it's a cool addition,
right?
Just give it to it, dude. I mean, the tier thing was just like it made things more complicated than it needed to be. Like, why?
Like the tiers for the Hiss tank were out of control, awesome, like out of control. And like you know how like when you look at G.I. Joe packaging and Star Wars packaging, there's such a difference in quality, or Marvel packaging, it's so much better. And I really feel like the Rancor was like that cheap ass shit that Hasbro does once in a while, because they know you just slap Star Wars on it and people are going to lose their minds and buy it. But not this time. And you know, the G.I. Joe team, the Marvel team, like you were getting so much more bang for your buck with that huge Sentinel or with that huge Galactus for like less money.
Yes.
Like less money. Like the fucking Galactus was like 4 feet tall or something. Like, yeah, you know? I mean, the Rancor was just a big brown puddle of brown. I mean, not that it wasn't good, but it didn't feel like you were getting the same value as like Galactus or the Hiss tank, you know?
Yeah, man.
But I don't know. You know?
Yeah, everybody. Connor was wondering what the HASLAB thing. It's Timbo explained it the best way. It's a crowd-funded project, and they have to get a certain number of backers because they want to know how many people are actually going to pay for this piece before they put it into production. So it's kind of like, hey, how many of y'all would buy this? And we need at least 8,000 of you to buy it, or else we cannot fund it. And that's kind of like where it comes from.
Yeah, I run hot and cold on it, to be honest with you. Like I bought the Cantina because I'm an OT guy and I wanted the Cantina, and I probably would have paid for it. But I'm only about 75% impressed with it, because I feel like they cut a lot of corners on the Cantina, in my own opinion, for the vintage collection.
Yeah.
A lot of corners were cut, and I'm going to have to do a lot of work on it to get it to what, like, they don't even include a floor in it. Like, the floor is a big part of that.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, you know, Walrus Man's arm gets cut off and you see the floor, and it's a big part of it. And to not include the floor, and I've heard a lot of other people say, well, yeah, but you know, you can just go to Home Depot and buy this. And I'm like, yeah, but you shouldn't have to.
Exactly. Yeah.
Right. You know, and I don't know. It just, you know, I pulled the trigger on that one, and I pulled the trigger on another G.I. Joe one a couple of years ago, and that was awesome. But those are the only two I've done, because I find them to be, it's pricey. It's really pricey, like, you know. So you got to kind of pick and choose what you want to crowdfund, you know. The
Sentinel looked amazing. It looked so fucking good, man.
Oh, the Sentinel was. I saw one in person, and
I can't imagine.
It was off the chain. It was off the rails. Yeah, you know.
How Runner Base asked this earlier. I meant to address. He's asking if we collect the Black Series role play items or just the figure line.
Well,
you want to address that first?
So, Black Series, no, but I did pick up something at Galaxy's Edge. I did mention I went to Savi's lightsaber shop, and I picked up something I wanted to share with everybody. Now, I own a lot of Ultra Sabers. I own a couple of other Saber Forge lightsabers and stuff. I have to say, for the price of the Disney lightsaber, the Disney Legacy lightsaber, I think this is the best value in the lightsaber market. And it's, I'm going to show it to you. So I picked up, and I know Stone is going to dig this. I picked up the Qui-Gon Jinn Legacy lightsaber. Now, this thing weighs about 3 pounds. It's solid metal. There's no plastic on the hilt whatsoever. Like, this whole thing is frigging aircraft metal, like aluminum. It's unbelievable. The activator switch, it's got a charging port. There's no batteries in it. You just charge it. You just press the button, and it comes on. And this thing is absolutely sick, man. It's got the motion activated sound. Like,
listen to that hum, dude. That is beautiful sound.
It is awesome.
Mm-hmm.
It is awesome, man. Like, this is, I mean, the way that the lightsaber blade, now there are more expensive models that have it a little bit better, but for this cost so the saber was $150. The blade was originally $50, but there was a sale for $30. So the whole thing cost me $180, and it comes in a beautiful hard plastic display case. Very, very nice. So I picked up this one, and I picked up the Episode 2 Padawan Anakin Tusken Slayer, and that thing is a work of art. Like, it is gorgeous. I thought it was going to be here today. It's not, but we're going to go over that one as well. But I don't know. I mean, so when you go to the lightsaber factory they have pre-made ones like Qui-Gon, and the other one that I really wanted was Cal Kestis. Holy shit, that lightsaber was awesome.
He does have a cool saber, man. It's different. It's more different looking than any other saber, probably from main light side characters.
But so the funny thing about this is, so the Qui-Gon one and the Darth Maul one are super, super popular. They have a double-bladed Maul. They have the single Maul. They have the Qui-Gon. The Obi-Wan, Episode 1 Obi-Wan is completely sold out. It is gorgeous. They had one in the case. I got to hold it. It was unbelievable. I would have bought that one for sure. But I had to get the Qui-Gon one just so that Stone could drool over it for a little while. But if you guys ever get the chance, I feel like that's a really high quality saber. And I actually have many. I have the Malgus from Ultra Sabers, which is an absolutely awesome
god
metal as well.
Holy shit!
Oh yeah, and these are all electronic. They all have lights and sound. I just don't have the blades in them right now. I also have the Warglaive, which is absolutely sick.
Holy shit!
It really reminds me of like if Sauron from Lord of the Rings had a lightsaber. It's awesome.
Dude, that is crazy looking.
And then I've also got a couple of these. So I mean, I do dabble in some lightsabers. These are just some really nice. They're not Ahsoka lightsabers, but they're just nice. I don't have any sound in these, but they're a beautiful lightsaber.
Yeah, man.
But this one here with no sound was like $280 or something crazy like that. So, I mean, what you get at Galaxy's Edge, I do have one of the Black Series ones, and it's the Maul. It's half of the Maul. It's okay. It's okay. It's a little bit old. This one took a lot of beatings when the boys were younger, but it's okay. The Black Series ones are all right, but I definitely think the Galaxy ones are where they're at. I think for the value, that's the best one that you can get,
Real quick shout out to my wife. It seems she has made her own little YouTube page. So proud of everything you've accomplished on this channel. I love you so much, and I am so grateful that I get to watch you share your love of Star Wars with the world. Your brother is so proud. Thank you, baby doll.
There you go, Mrs. Stone. You got it. Right?
Thank you, baby. I love you. Thank you very much. Okay, so my bad. I see my wife's message and it just made me happy. I needed to give that a quick shout out.
So yeah, so let's get into our what we want HASLAB projects, huh? That's pretty cool.
Yes. Real quick thing I needed to. Anyone know if the parks still carry Cal Kestis's color changing lightsaber?
So that one is sold out. Yeah, so I spent some time at that shop, and I got to know some of the guys a little bit, and they were kind of giving me the skinny on what's going on, and so Cal Kestis is super hot right now. Everything Cal Kestis sells out. But like, the thing is they actually have deals. So like, I almost picked up the Ray lightsaber because it was $85.
Ray's saber is actually really badass, man.
It's awesome. It
really
awesome.
is. The way it like flips on the side, it like turns.
Yeah, I mean, it's got like a leather wrap on it. Like, it was a beautiful lightsaber. That's awesome. And whether you like Ray or not, you can appreciate the quality of it. It was super heavy, really nice. $99 with a blade. They were doing a package. It was like $135, and you're like,
that's pretty sweet. Fuck
it's not bad, man. It's not bad. But Cal Kestis, Asajj Ventress was totally sold out. Cal Kestis sold out. Episode 1 Obi-Wan sold out.
Yeah.
They always have the Lukes. They always have the Vaders because those are always the popular, super popular.
Oh yeah.
Dark Saber was sold out. I wanted to get a Dark Saber, but forget about it, But and the Qui-Gon, and probably in another month, the Qui-Gons will be all gone. So, but
real quick, chat. How do I sound? I actually got a new mic, and it's actually part of my treat your shelf segment. But I got a new mic? Is it sounding okay? I'm not overpowering hyper or anything like that.
Sounds good to me, man.
Good, man. Good.
Yeah, definitely.
Well, shit, man. Do you want to? Let's get into this awesome 5 hat. Your master list is gonna trump mine, dude. So do you want me to should I just go through my list real quick since I kind of have a short list, and then you can kind of like take over?
Let's do it. Yeah. Let's go,
okay.
Man.
So, okay. Thank you, guys. Thank you, Timbo. Thank you, Waso. Thank you, Zero. Hey, Zero. Never seen your name in chat before. Thank you for joining us tonight. Appreciate you.
Welcome. Hey, Zero. What's up, man?
I got a new microphone.
No, thank you, guys. I just want to make sure it sounds good. Didn't want to like overpower hype or anything like that.
Can everybody see Grogu okay? I just take them all off. It was kind of hot, so here we go.
First time. Well, Zero, thank you very much. Me and Hyper's a more experienced collector, but this is a Black Series, Star Wars the Black Series focused podcast. And both of our channels are kind of Star Wars focused, but we do collect other lines like Marvel Legends, NECA, DC Multiverse. Hyper collects G.I. Joes. We're very avid collectors. We love to talk about action figures, and we're happy to have you here with us tonight.
Zero, you want to talk about anything? We'll roll with it, man. Anything you want,
Thank you for joining, man. Well, shit, y'all. Thank y'all we got to like 17 earlier, like 17, 18. So that's pretty cool. Thank you everybody for joining us tonight. We are doing trying to bring this back up real quick. Doing our HASLAB Christmas Yule wish list. So Hyper's list is absolutely phenomenal, and mine his trumps mine in comparison. So I'm just going to run through mine real quick. I did end up coming up with 6 because I felt bad because Hyper put so much thought into his. But starting off, so there's no real like number variation, but I think first, as far as HASLABs go, this is something that I think would look fantastic in everybody's collection. And I am biased because Darth Maul is one of my favorite characters of all time. But my first pick for a HASLAB would be a Spider Leg Maul from the Clone Wars. I think they could do it for – I really don't see them not being able to do it for under $70, $80. I think – and I would be willing to pay upwards as much as $120 depending on – what all sculpting goes into it and stuff like that, how articulated it is. All that would definitely come into consideration. Now, if it's something like where it would be like a statue piece, if that would cut down on price where it's not as articulated, I would be totally fine with that.
So I would definitely want a Spider Maul all day, but there would be a couple of caveats. Number one, it would have to have leg articulation that could stand on its own.
Yeah,
like ratcheted, like serious ratchets or something, because I wouldn't want to have any sort of like plastic base or plastic peg underneath it. Like, or I don't want it to be flimsy or like floppy. Like you'd want it to be like a legitimate, so that you could get him to rear up on his back legs and stuff and not worry about it. Because I could see them trying it and then like just having it be a soup sandwich. You know what I mean?
Yeah, man. Yeah.
So yeah, definitely.
And like you said, I feel like it would need to be sturdy enough where it can stand on its own, because if there's some like clear peg sitting through the bottom, it's gonna kind of like steal from the illusion a little bit.
Right.
You know?
Right. Or the other way that I could see Hasbro do it, and I hate it when they do this, is they give you like half the leg articulation you want. Like, so you know how once in a while, like especially in the 3/4 inch line, like they do a droid or they do some sort of awesome looking thing, and then like they give you like a bend in the leg, but there wouldn't be any articulation at all, or it'd be some stupid articulation that doesn't make any sense. Like, no, Hasbro, do not do that. Don't you do it. You know?
Yep, I know, right?
Yeah.
So Connor, Crate Dragon would be absolutely fucking.
Oh, absolute. I'm there for that.
Can't even imagine the size of that. But Howard's got a really good question, interesting question here. What's a comfortable price point for the Black Series HASLabs? TVC's sweet spot is anywhere between $375 and $500.
Yeah. Yeah.
What do you have to say to that, Hyper? What do you think, man?
Well, I think it depends on what it is. Like if it's a big ship, you know, like, so a vehicle, I think like, so one of the greatest things I ever bought was the Black Series Snowspeeder. Like the Black Series Snowspeeder is Star Wars Nirvana to me, with the exception that it doesn't have any electronics. But we're about to address that in a minute. But
we are.
But that is, if you do not have that, and another one that is absolutely awesome is the Landspeeder, Luke's Landspeeder. What a piece that is. That is an awesome piece. But they're both ships, but they're both entirely different. Like they're at totally different price points. So I think you're right. I think needs to be a range somewhere between, I think like a HasLab for a ship. If you're talking about no electronics, small to medium ship, $100 to $200. Something.
What did the Snowspeeder retail for, Hyper? Because
my Snowspeeder I bought for like, correct me if I'm wrong, you guys, but I think it was about
like 80,
85 to 110, somewhere in there.
Yeah,
like it was not bad. It was not bad at all. Does that sound right, you guys? Somewhere around, call it about $100. You know, which all day, every day, $100.
Timbo, you stole the words right out my mouth. I was gonna say, man, I feel like when they get to the point where it's like $400 or $500, I'm not trying to sound like a cheap ass, but not many of your average collectors are gonna have that much extra money to spend on something that's gonna sit in their collection room. Like, I feel like, honestly, the cap should be $500, $600. I think that's as high as it needs to be for a HasLab, depending on like what it is, like a certain ship or something like that, how much decor or sculpting or paint, etc., would go into it. I just feel like when you start getting to that, man, it's just, it gets hard to, because when you buy a figure, even a Hot Toys, you're thinking like, oh, a couple hundred, which some Hot Toys are $500, but like you think for the Black Series, you're spending anywhere from $24.99 to $33.99. And that's like, you know, sometimes maybe you're into imports and you're spending $80 to $90 to $100 per figure. Maybe you're into Hot Toys and you spend $200 to $300 per piece. But like, as far as a HasLab goes, man, I just feel like, I feel like Timbo's kind of hitting it. I feel like when you start getting past that $300 price point, people are like, oh, can I really spend this on?
Yeah, definitely. And I think that, you know, I want a Snowspeeder. Probably Timbo wants a Snowspeeder. Does everybody want a Snowspeeder? You know, probably not, you know, and so you have to be real careful. I understand Hasbro's reluctance because, you know, not everybody, you might hit a home run with, I think they hit a home run with the Snowspeeder, but how many of those large to medium-sized vehicles can any one person have? So, you know, they have to really do their research. But like, I think like, who wouldn't want a Black Series X-Wing, right? Like, or something like that, right? Like a classic, iconic, medium-size-ish vehicle, of course. But, you can't do every single one of them because that's just not feasible. So, I think you got to hit that sweet spot, $200 to $300, and it's got to be a home run. Like they can't risk all that time and money into something that they don't know. That's why it's got to be a snowspeeder, an X-wing, maybe like Darth Vader's TIE Fighter, the Slave One. Something that's an absolute guaranteed home run.
I think Zero. I could be waffling here, but I feel like shortly after we got the announcement for the ball on the Bloodfin and the Stap, I think they are actually going to be doing a Bark speeder.
Yes, I think you're right. Yeah,
we have a Black Series, speeder bike. I feel like the Bark speeder is literally just is that same scale. You're just a different sculpt, different look.
So Hot Toys does a Bark speeder,
and it looks fucking good.
It's awesome. And that's about like when it retailed, it was like $500. So maybe $500 or $600. But the thing is I could actually, in my mind's eye, I could see Hasbro coming out with a Bark Speeder Deluxe set and having it be $500. Like,
dude, I'd be pissed.
Like, because think about it. It's kind of like two vehicles, and they're going to put like two troopers in it. And then all of a sudden you throw the HASLAB thing on it. And the next thing you know, it's going to be $400 to $500. Like, I could see that. I could see him doing that. And if I'm going to buy a $500 Bark Speeder, it's going to be the Hot Toys one. You know what I mean? So
exactly.
Yeah.
Howrunner here says, wasn't there a first order TIE Fighter they did for 150? Yeah. Yeah, it was.
And it's awesome. That thing is freaking awesome. It is gigantic.
It is huge. I've seen Justin's from out of the basement, and his is like, you could literally put a piece of glass on top of it, and it could be a fucking coffee table. It's so
yeah, man. Seriously. That is a great piece, though. Like, to see it, there's so much detail in that thing. It's off the rails. It's awesome. I don't have it, but I would love it, Yes, absolutely. Yep.
Wasto says, people also buying Hot Toys figures that are about $300 upwards in Germany. Those are just big figures with super limited articulation. Yeah, that's true. That's true, man.
Yeah.
Oh, shit. Timbo says Pelly, Mando's N1 with Pelly and some other cool tier. That'd be epic, man.
Oh, that would be awesome. Absolutely.
That'd be cool. Throw some pit droids in, another R4 or something.
So, yeah, absolutely.
I think an X-Wing would be the one thing that would be more expensive, but I think it would fund, because the X-Wing is just like, dude, it's the fucking X-Wing, man. Especially Luke Skywalker's. I think it would back.
Now I'm going to say something a little controversial, and that would be, as an OT guy, as much as I love the classic X-Wing, I gotta say, man, as much as I don't like the sequel trilogy, they absolutely killed it on that new X-Wing design. Like, that new X-Wing is freaking awesome. And I would buy one of those too. Like, either one. That would be the one exception to my it's got to be a classic one rule. But yeah, I mean, either one of those. I could see them doing either one of those, and I would buy either one, But that's just a beautiful design.
Bark Speeder seems like a smaller size vehicle that would do well at retail, and I'm sure the ATRT. Hey, Howrunner, the ATRT was actually my next pick for a HASLAB. It's literally like a miniature chicken walker, except for they're sitting in the open. They're like sitting on it instead of it being like enclosed. An ATRT would be. I mean, you think it's probably like with the way that the Stap sits on the stand. If they did the Bark Speeder, the ATRT, I feel like that would be, I don't know, man. I just feel like that would be something that's like big. I feel like they could do that I feel like they could do the ATRT for like $250, maybe cheaper. Yeah. I'm kind of bad at pricing the HASLABs. I don't really have like a good gauge on something like that, but I feel like they could do that for $250 less, honestly.
Well, they definitely upcharge. The Hasbro's HASLAB is like an upcharge machine, right? So whatever it is, they're going to add like $100 to it, which kind of sucks.
Dude, 100%. That's the Hasbro way, man.
Right. Yeah, exactly. Right.
And so we do need a Peli figure, man. It's kind of crazy we don't have a Pelimoto figure.
Yeah. She's a good character. She would definitely sell, I think. Especially if you throw in like a bonus pit droid or a little thing like that,
Damn, a Juggernaut? That would be like, if y'all were watching Bad Batch in season 3, the beginning of season 3, that's like what they're taking over at the beginning of the season it's like a 6-wheeled tank. That would be fucking crazy, dude.
That'd be great.
But I feel like the ATRT would be always got that Grievous pack, Lord Sosa. But I feel like the ATRT would it's like very much in the realm it's very doable. I feel like just the scale of it, like, I mean, when you take Rex here, like you have Rex and like you just put him, like you're thinking of a clone on an ATRT. So I'm thinking like maybe with him sitting on it, the entire thing would be like this big or so.
Yeah, right.
Like imagine him sitting like he's sitting at the top, and then like the legs come down right here. I feel like it would be somewhere to like this scale.
Right. Yeah.
And the way that
I agree with Zero. We've got so many goddamn clone troopers. We got to start giving them some stuff, and
they have nothing to fight, man. You know?
Yeah, exactly.
Wazo says you can get ATRTs 3D printed for around $100, no paint or articulation, of course. That's actually not too bad. I would definitely, I'm kind of lazy and I'm not that great with paint. I would definitely rather buy it painted, but
yeah,
I don't know. I mean, dude, I don't know. Maybe they could probably do an ATRT for even less. Now that I'm really thinking about the size of it, and I'm thinking about, I think 250. I think I spoke kind of high. If I'm really thinking about it, and I look at like, if you think about the Black Series speeder bike, I really feel like they can maybe get away with doing that for like 150, 200.
But since we're talking about the ATRT, doesn't it almost require the searchlights with it too? Like, I mean, you kind of feel like
that would be so cool. That's
like you kind of need it because that was the whole thing with those things, right? So you're looking for the Wookiees, right? And so I feel like you would almost need to go that direction with it.
Dude,
so that would be another little surcharge for that. But I feel like without it, you're kind of missing the whole point.
For that, I would be willing to pay $250. If it had lights and shit too, $250 would be. I feel like that would be awesome. And we're also thinking like I'm kind of trying to call it higher than what I would think, just because I'm thinking from Hasbro's mindset, as a corporate company. But
Zero, I hear you, man. I actually I got rid of my Juggernaut. I gave it to my neighbors who have little kids, and they come in and they look at my collection and they fell in love with that thing. And I gave it to them for Christmas last year because I just didn't have the space anymore,
Yeah, Tim's got a good point. You would need a Juggernaut to deliver the Black Series Juggernaut. Seriously, man.
That's a good point.
That thing would be like a little RC car, like almost like a child could drive.
Oh my God, seriously. You're talking about something that would be as big as like a Power Wheels that a little kid would drive around it.
Yeah, honestly, it would probably be about that scale, man.
Right, it'd be nuts. Yeah.
Come on, guys, let's say it. We need a Black Series Death Star. Oh my God, could you?
Oh hell yeah, man! Right.
I think they talked about that out of the basement one time. I think they actually did the calculations and like looked it up, and they were talking about how big a Black Series Death Star would be, and it was like fucking something like 23 feet by like it was something crazy, dude. It was. It holds the Death Star literally has millions of Imperials in it. People don't
yeah, exactly.
How big the Death? Yeah, ATRT and the Spider Droid would definitely be good. Give us an ATRT and watch them package it with a 2020 clone.
Yeah, right. Seriously.
Dude, that is some Hasbro ass shit.
Yeah, they'll give us an ATRT and they'll put the archive clone Commander Cody with it. Yeah.
That's man. Like that is definitely some Hasbro shit.
Oh, definitely. Small head Obi-Wan too. They'll put the small head Obi-Wan.
Yeah, the peanut head Obi-Wan. Oh, you motherfuckers! God damn it, Hasbro.
Oh yeah, seriously. I still have predicted we have not seen the last of that figure. That's coming back one day again.
So my next, I'll save the creatures for last. I'm gonna do the My next vehicle and last vehicle would be General Grievous's TSMU 6 wheel bike. And I feel like that would be, now granted, it would take up a lot of fucking room on the shelf, and I think that would be like 300, 350. You think about all the gears and the extra sharp.
Oh, yeah.
Dude, that thing would be a sculpt nightmare or a dream for someone who's getting paid to fucking sculpt it.
As long as we get a new Grievous with it too, right? Like,
oh my, yes. God, dude, we need a updated Grievous really bad.
Seriously, like,
really
come
bad.
on, right? Like, yeah.
I feel like they could hit a home run with the HASLAB with either Mando's N1. See, the Mando N1 and the X-Wing, those are two iconic designs because the N1 you see in the prequels, episode 1, and then it's also new media. It's Mando and Grogu, so you know it's going to sell.
Oh, yeah, right.
And the X-Wing is just an iconic design. Real quick, and everybody in chat, I actually talked with Connor about this, and we both pre-ordered the Vintage Collection X-Wing Hyper. Have you seen that yet, man?
Which I'm not familiar with it.
It's the Vintage Collection. They are putting out a X-Wing,
right? Okay,
1/18 scale X-Wing. It's only $100, dude.
So I'll pick it up for sure.
Yeah,
100%. Yeah,
I think $100 is like super fair. I would expect it to be like 175.
So I just picked up the E-Wing at Disney, and I saw it in person. And the E-Wing is absolutely bananas. I loved it.
I watched the review on it.
So it was $119 at the park, which I thought was pretty reasonable.
Yeah,
loved it. Loved the design and what they did with that. So if there's a new X-Wing coming out,
gotta have
I'll take it. I'll take like 2 of them. You know, yeah.
The E-Wing is fire. I seen a review on it. I thought it looked really good.
It's awesome. It's totally awesome. Yeah.
Entertainment Earth is shipping theirs in July. See, I actually quit ordering from Entertainment Earth. I've only because before they changed their flat rate rule, you had to order like $79 of shit to get shipping, or else the shipping was like $20. But now they've changed it to where if you spend $39, you get free shipping, and then like the flat rate is like $7, like or $8 or something like that. I don't know who was in charge of Entertainment Earth's like shipping policy or whatever, but like having to order $80 or else you pay $20 for shipping, that's fucking insane. And
it feels like a lot of money. Yeah.
I couldn't do it anymore, man. They're like, and then Big Bad, they have the Pile of Loot system. They literally $4 flat rate shipping and then $1 extra charge on each figure. So $26. Right. I just don't think I think that's much more worth it. And there's been plenty of times where Big Bad has gotten stuff way before even fucking Hasbro Pulse has gotten their own shit.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
That's pretty cool that now that Entertainment Earth is kind of changing their ways, I am really thinking about I have an account, but I haven't ordered from them in like quite a while.
Yeah.
First thing I got from them in a year or two. Yeah. Oh, the X-Wing Zero. I hear you, man. Hasbro Pulse.
I gotta look it up now. I gotta check it out now. You know,
Hyper. It looks really good, man. It looks and for $100, I was really surprised that it was only $100.
And it comes in the TVC package, the classic looking package and everything.
Yes.
Oh, yeah, okay. Yeah. All
epic,
day.
Dude. It looks so good.
Yeah, man.
How Runner's getting his TVC Ghost delivered. Doesn't look like it'll get here before Christmas. That sucks, buddy.
I feel like we've been talking about the Ghost for like 3 fucking years now. Right? I mean,
yeah, dude. Yeah.
It's been forever. You know, I got a buddy of mine still waiting for his too, and it just, you know, we've been talking about it for at least 2 years. You know. So.
Yeah, because I mean, it was supposed to ship back like towards the middle or the beginning of the year, and then they had to push it back again for some reason.
Right.
They were never really open with. If we know one thing about Hasbro, if they're photoshopping fucking promo pics, shit. You know what? We didn't even get to talk about Black Series New. That's something else we need to talk about, dude. I didn't even. Anyways, we know how Hasbro is. Hasbro's going to Hasbro. Brian's still waiting on his Yoda and Gree 2-pack from Hasbro Pulse. See, that's what I'm saying, man. Like, how come they are literally a Hasbro facility and they're not getting shit before like other retailers like Entertainment Earth and Big Bad and Walmart and Target? That's just so fucking weird to me, man.
I saw that 2-pack at Disney. It is so awesome. Well, the Yoda is awesome.
Dude. Yeah, when I found out that the Gree was based, it's not even its own comic. It's like a article in a magazine comic strip. It's not even a full comic. When I found that out, I was like, I mean, it's cool because that's what the 41st would look like if they weren't on Kashyyyk. So, like, but the fact that we're labeling it as Gree, it's not Gree.
Right.
Zero says, I just got that notice today that his Yoda and Gree shipped. That Yoda, the thing with the chair, that's a cool world building element. It's history for the Black Series. We've never gotten anything like that other than Palpatine's throne and then the Cantina chairs that came with Han and Greedo.
Right.
Other than that, that's only like the third. And I know a throne is just a fancy chair. I get it. But as far as like a council chair, it's just a really cool addition, man. It's a big.
Oh, absolutely.
Big turning point as far as world building goes for the Black Series. That Yoda is fantastic, man. Both the smiling head and the grimaced face, that's the one that I displayed him with. The articulation, that older Yoda body, he does have, the newer Yoda does have new hands and feet just to help hold the lightsaber and stand better. But that older Yoda body, you can actually get some really cool action poses on that little body. Like, it's a very well-articulated little figure, man. I'm surprised.
Yeah.
Hasbro set up until December 21st is still technically fall. Of course they did. Good
point.
The Cantina bar with Ponda Bob and Dr. Evazon. Yep, that's right, too. I forgot about that.
Yeah. That's right. Yeah.
Totally forgot about that, Zero. So that was the ATRT would be absolutely epic. I think we're all in agreement with that. Something to add up for the clones. And then I said the wheel bike, to get a new Grievous with the wheel bike would be so cool. And we are severely missing out on an updated Grievous because the figure itself, the sculpt is so wicked, it just suffers from the bad articulation, man, and it's very underscaled. It's painfully underscaled. Like Grievous is supposed to be a giant fucking cyborg, like
right.
And when you put him on the shelf and he's like the same height as Count Dooku, it's just like. And
I feel like Hasbro does this thing where it's like. The more imposing the figure, the smaller they make it. Like Balin's skull and General Grievous and like all these undersized big figures, and you're like, all right, it really drives me crazy when they do that.
Sometimes they do so good; they are spot on with it, and then sometimes they're just like so off the mark. It's like, how did you miss this far off?
Yeah.
Yeah, TSMU or TSMEU 6 wheel bike would be absolutely epic. Now I'm going to get into this is my last 3 picks, and I'm going to let Hyper share his list. My next pick, as far as creatures go, this is my number 1 pick for creatures, and I'm going to grab this. I would absolutely trip the hell out to get a 1/12 scale version of a Reek. Like. If they did this in 1/12 scale, it would be fucking phenomenal, man. And I don't care if they do it just like this, man. Like if it's like there's no articulation, like it's all just now this arm, it's got a stomp gimmick feature, so there is some articulation on this arm, and the head does turn a little bit as well, as you can see. But like the only part you see that move is. I would be fine if the Black Series was like this. I wouldn't give a shit. It doesn't need to be super articulated. I don't need to articulate a jaw. I don't need like toe articulation. But if we, it'd be cool to have it, but it's not necessary. But imagine a 1/12 scale version of this beautiful, badass looking creature, man.
Absolutely. And I don't want Anakin or Padme or Obi-Wan with it. I want a Geonosian warrior with the wings.
Yes,
right? I want that. Can we have that? Like, that's a huge part of the prequels. We have yet to see a Geonosian,
Hyper, I think you're going to love this, dude. Let me know if you can hear this.
Oh, God, yeah.
It still works. 20 years in the box, and this motherfucker still works.
That's awesome, man. That's so awesome. That is an awesome piece.
So, man, you gotta love these old gimmick toys, man.
Oh, that's an instant buy. If they ever did that, instant buy. Take my money.
So that's one of the coolest scenes as a kid that I can ever remember. I think everybody remembers that moment when we all seen the Geonosian arena and we seen fucking hundreds of Jedi and lightsabers. That's just one of that imagery is burned into my brain for as long as I'll live. Right. And that was a cool creature.
we need to call a timeout and address something real quick, man.
Oh shit.
Dude, stand up for a second. Somebody's been dropping some weight, man. Somebody's been dropping some weight.
Hey man, I've been trying to slim down a little bit, man.
Dude, it's looking good over there, man.
I appreciate it, man. I actually, real quick,
Sexy.
I won't bore y'all with my real life shit, but I thought I gave myself a hernia at the gym. I really pulled the fuck out of my back, like really severely hurt myself. So it was so bad, I thought I had a hernia. I've never had a hernia before. Luckily, it was not. And now this is like a month or so ago. I'm doing a lot better now, but I have been down and out, so I have not been eating the same. I have not been going to the gym as much, but just kind of been trying to relax and let my body kind of heal and recover for a little bit. But don't expect me to stay this thin very long, Hyper. I'll probably get fat.
hey man, I just I thought we'd address it. You're looking good, man.
I appreciate it, man, because my wife and my mom even said something. They were like, you look like you're slimming down a little bit. And honestly, man, it was probably about time for me to go on a little cut anyways. I was on a permanent bulk, I guess you could say. I think it was time for me to shed a little bit of weight and kind of give my body a little bit of a break, because man, people don't understand when you're 260 pounds, and I can't even imagine for the big boys. Like, people think I'm big, and I'm like, oh, if you've been to a strongman event and you see these 350-pound monsters, they make me look like a baby. But to the average person, I'm a very big built guy. But at 260, man, it is not it's not easy moving this much weight around. Like, you have to, bro. At one point in time, I was eating like 7, 8, 9 times a day. Like, dude, I swear I was almost hitting 5,000 calories a day at one point in time.
Oh man, yeah.
Every 2-3 hours, Hyper, I'm hungry. Like, I'm hungry like I haven't eaten all day. That's how I was just a monster at one point in time, and I've kind of slowed down a little bit. But I appreciate you. I'm just
stating what I'm seeing, man. Stating what I'm seeing, you know.
I appreciate it, man.
Yeah, man, keep it going. But anyways, all right, back to it.
I'm sorry, but I'll quit boring y'all with my real life now. We'll get back to the fucking Star Wars. So trying to catch up with you, chat. Zero says a Zillow Beast. Oof.
Zillow Beast.
Bro, that's a coffee table piece, bruh.
Oh, yeah.
But hey, I'm for it, man. I'm here for
it. You'd have to do, I think that would be pretty awesome. That would be pretty awesome.
Hear me out, Hyper. Hear me out, Hyper in chat. What if they did, instead of you buying like one huge, now people are probably going to hate this because they do this shit in Marvel Legends and other figure lines. But imagine if they had a Build-A-Figure Zillow Beast. I feel like that would be an easier way for people to accumulate.
Yes.
Instead of like, okay, we need $800, 10,000 backers right fucking now. Instead, when they just put certain pieces in. But this is the thing. They can't put it in with figures like shit figures that aren't going to sell. They need to put it in with figures that are going to like.
Right.
That people are going to buy. Don't do it like Marvel Legends where you put the rest of the Juggernaut Build-A-Figure in with like Tigress or something. Like a character that. Tigress is cool. It's twisted, but like a character that not many people are going to buy as much. You know?
Right, exactly. Exactly. Right. Yeah.
Zillow Beast would be awesome. Hey, Mudhorn. Great suggestion, Wasso.
Mudhorn, yes.
Solid pick, man.
Absolutely.
Troy, all of those beasts, man. 100%. Having a column with it would definitely be cool, man. Like a Geonosian column where they would.
Yeah. With the chain and everything. Yeah.
Yeah. Anakin's like, what about Padme? And everyone's like, she needs to be on top of things, and she's literally on top of the fucking column.
Right, yeah.
Love that Star Wars humor, man.
Oh, yeah.
Howrunner says, I want a Geonosian war. Okay, he's kind of on
totally, right? Yeah, absolutely.
On this Ore Beast creature, that would be sick.
And I definitely want the pulse cannon thing that they have.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
Such a cool sound. Such a cool weapon.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Connor got
Nexu, yes.
That's a must-have, dude.
You notice how Connor went with something that almost looks like an alligator?
Right? Yeah, I know, right? Like
it's like a furry alligator or something.
Yeah,
right?
dude.
Exactly. Yeah.
Nexu is a sick-looking creature, man.
That was awesome.
Looking, man.
Yeah.
I'm one stomach flew away from my goal. That's funny, Outrunner. Wasso. Oh, dude, man, I was eating a lot of food at one point in time, man. I literally, I won't get into details. I'm not going to bore y'all with it again, but yeah, I was eating quite a lot of. Man, I was just always when you're lifting every other day, especially when my brother was still here, we were lifting every whatever wasn't sore, we were going to the gym to train, and then we were going to go eat, man. And that was it was a good time. But anyway, back to Star Wars. See, okay, Zero, build a figure would be cool, man. Yeah, I feel like yeah. Build me a custom Padme, bro. Everybody would build them a custom Padme, bro.
Right. Man, chat is blowing up tonight. Wow. Love it.
Yeah, man, we've been hopping up to like 16, 17 people. We appreciate everybody being here, hanging out with us.
Oh, definitely.
If you haven't already, hit that like button. Me and Hyper would greatly appreciate it. Helps get this show into the algorithm. Helps us connect with more awesome motherfuckers like y'all. I'd like to take. It'd take like 500 figures, dude. Yeah, dude, the Zillow Beast would. That's the thing, man. Is it's kind of hard to pick what you do for a HASLAB, especially for Black Series, because the 1/12 scale just makes it so hard. You're very limited, like, because you think about the size of a Zillow Beast, that would probably be like a fucking $1,000, $1,500 HASLAB.
That's what you call a passion project, right?
Yeah,
like
honestly,
like a 50-figure arc, right? Like, like that's like a dedicating like all the figures of 2025,
dude.
Right? Come with a piece, right?
That's another thing is like it would literally, it would take so many because there's no way you could piece that into packages normally. It was
right. Yeah. Oh my god. Yeah.
Just me shooting the shit, just trying to come up with something. But like the Zillow Beast is just such a giant. I mean, it's basically the Godzilla of Star Wars. Let's be real.
Yeah. Right. Yeah. Exactly. Yeah.
Could you imagine a 1/12 scale fucking Godzilla? That'd be fucking crazy.
I'd buy it.
Hey, Connor, thank you very much. Hey, Connor, the only reason I lost the weight was because I'm not eating. Not eating as much, but yeah, I appreciate it. And then I have a very physical labor job, so that's definitely nice. Chaotic Clouds, what is up, man? Good to see you in chat, buddy.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Chaotic Bantha. Yes.
Bantha is a must.
Yes.
All day. And the Vintage Collection does it pretty well, that furry look. I seen one at a local comic shop, and then the next Black Friday when we went there, when I snagged my Hutslayer Leia, it was gone, and it was only listed for $40. I was like,
I have the Power of the Force 2 Bantha. It's nice. To this day, it's one of the coolest things they've ever done. Like that thing is just beautiful. Yeah.
Oh, dude, Curtis, a Mythos. Oh, dude, you thought a Zillow Beast was fucking crazy? A Mythosaur would be like, you would need half a room to display that. That would be fucking crazy.
Oh yeah,
toned down. I feel like a toned down Cantina of black. Yeah, 100%, man. Yep, that'd be really cool. Like a legit black. I feel like there would be a lot of Black Series collectors that would do a Cantina.
The bar with the bar accessories.
Yeah,
and some seats.
And need Wooher. We need Wooher.
Wooher for sure. Yeah,
you can't have a bar without Wooher, man. It's kind of crazy we don't have Wooher.
I know.
New Hope line.
I love him. He's like one of my favorite characters of all time. Yeah.
We don't serve your kind.
Right.
Talking to the droids.
Oh, and you get the droid detector with him too. You get like a deluxe.
See,
right?
Like what that's the scene we need is like the very corner of the cantina, and then the walking with the droid detector. That's the part of a cantina we need.
Right. Exactly.
They've already pieced us together. The little nook and cranny where Han and Greedo was. Give us the front where Obi-Wan and Luke and them walk in, man.
Right.
No, did not get the Cantina HASLAB, man. I'm not a big TVC guy, and it was a little too rich for my blood. But man, I'm happy for the people that did get it. It looks fucking cool. I think it's a little overpriced in my opinion, but just because when you look at it, man, and me and Hyper talked about this, him kind of getting me into dioramas. When you don't have a floor, it just really kind of kills that illusion for it. And honestly, this is something that Landspeeder Luke could do. It's literally just 3D printed like slabs of plastic. There's no paint on it. There's no texture. It's just very plain, to be honest. And I feel like $400 or $500 for the deluxe set is just kind of, I don't know, man. But then by the time you get it set up and you got all your figures in there, it really brings it to life, and that you don't think about that $400 or $500 anymore, I'm sure.
So I did buy it. I bought the deluxe one, and I have a little bit of buyer's remorse on it because, to be honest with you, Zero, like I could build a better one. Like I could do it. I could build a better one, but I kind of want the official one. And really, if I'm being completely honest, I'm really thinking about not displaying it out of the box. I think I might display it in the box.
Yeah.
Because I think that box work is going to be all-timer great stuff, you know? So, but
yeah, Zero, that being said, man, like I'm happy for you and Hyper. It's all about what you want, man. And it's like, you know, what's expensive to me is nothing to the next person. It just depends on how bad you want it. You know?
It was expensive. I definitely, it was expensive. It was overpriced. In some ways, I wish I didn't buy it, but I don't even have it yet, but it is what it is, you know? Yeah.
But Hyper, you know, what other way are you going to get it other than making it your sub because you're totally capable? But like, I know it was overpriced, and I'm attesting to that. I'm kind of the devil's advocate on this because I didn't get it. But that being said, man, like you literally have a 1/18 scale cantina. That is That is pretty cool.
It's cool. The idea of it is cool. I think the execution of it falls short, you know. But hey.
Our Star Wars C-3PO. Oh, dude, awesome, man! Thank you so much, man. Hell yeah, I can't wait. I'm probably going to do a little bit, maybe even if I don't do a live review, I'll do a Hot Toys reveal with my cousin Lord Sosa because he got a Hot Toys as well. So maybe we'll open them together or do it on stream or something like that.
Oh yeah.
It was expensive.
Everybody here, Stoned, knows that when you open up that Hot Toys, it's game over,
dude.
You're gonna be
ruin me
out of your friggin' mind.
It's gonna have me spoiled. It's gonna ruin me, man.
It's gonna ruin you.
What the fuck is this shit? Like, fuck this.
Exactly.
Damn it, man. Yeah, it's gonna have me spoiled, man. I think the decision is to not include the floor was because of the feature of the set. Okay, Howard, you got a point, man. I didn't really think about it from that aspect. Good point.
Yeah, I can see that. That's fair.
That's a very fair point.
I still want it though.
Yeah.
Still want it.
Okay, so last two, I'm gonna combine these so that way we can get on Hyper's list because we still got to go over our Treat Yourself and a little bit of Black Series news. But my last two picks are the Blurg. We already have this in the TVC, and it looks fantastic. I've really been $40 is just a tad too rich for my blood. I don't think it's overpriced. I think it's very fair. I just can't pay $40 for it myself. But that Blurg for the TVC looks fantastic, man. God damn. Chaotic Clouds.
3 cantinas.
What?
Wow.
Shit. Fuck. God damn, bro. Hey, dude, honestly, by the time you sell one, I'm sure you'll make a decent amount of money back, and it'll probably pay for itself at that point.
Right.
That's another thing, man, is like guys like you who bought it, you and Chaotic Clouds and Zero and stuff, like y'all literally have something that like is probably not going to be made again for a long time.
Right.
Like, y'all have a very, very significant piece in the line, man. You know, that's pretty cool, man.
Yeah, it is cool.
Got the Barge when it was released at 500. Dude, isn't the Barge going for like fucking $2,000 or some shit now?
What is it? The Barge? Oh yeah, the Barge. Yeah.
It's beautiful, but man, $2,000. But I get it. It's a rarity. It's a very sought after. It makes sense. But man, $2,000 is crazy. Yeah. Damn, that happened though. Hey, I love your dedication, Zero. I'm not judging at all, buddy. I'm not judging that. It's your fucking money. You earned it. You do what the fuck makes you
absolutely, dude. $1,900. I kind of feel like that's actually a steal for that thing because in another 2 years it'll be $5,000.
Dude, I would not doubt it, man. I think you're right. That's what. Yeah. By the time you keep it for a couple years, that kind of shit pays for itself, man.
But see, that's the thing. I don't think the cantina might become that, but I don't think it's as cool as the sail barge is. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like the cantina is kind of like. Yeah, it's the sail barge was the sail barge of our dreams. It had everything. The cantina is the cantina of like Wish. You know, like it's, you know what I mean? Like it's almost what you want.
Yeah, but not quite.
It's almost what you want, but it's still not quite what you want.
Yeah.
I don't know. That's how I feel about it. But you know.
Stone, you should have jumped on them when the Blurg set was mispriced. Oh, I didn't see that, dude. And they had 4 of them at $20, man. That's a no-brainer. This is the thing, man. Is like when I bought the Mandalorian, the TVC N1 Starfighter. I bought it on sale for like 90 or $100. It retails for like 131. The TVC, just the figure, just for the Mandalorian, is like fucking 18, $19. So like, really, if you think about it, the ship itself was like 100, and I feel like that's just really. I mean, TVC figures. I don't mean to hate on you guys. I love that y'all. I respect both lines, but I just feel like TVC figures, for them to be over $18 is just kind of fucking. That's an astronomical price for a 3 3/4 inch figure, in my opinion.
Absolutely, man. Absolutely.
I can't do it, man. But unless you want the figure real bad, like I said, it just depends on how bad you want it, man. Yeah, Connor is he's got some nice knives. He's a connoisseur of many things, I'm pretty sure. Almost 3,000. Damn, I didn't know the bars got up that high. Fuck.
Yeah, man. Yeah, I had a feeling, man.
Oh, Zero found a guy that let him finance it. That's pretty cool, man. Shit.
Wow.
That was
financing on the barge. That's like a car payment.
That's well, dude. At that point, how could you not fucking do it?
Right. Yeah.
You gonna finance it to me? Fuck yeah.
Right. Yeah. Exactly. Yeah.
Damn, I didn't know that, Hal Runner. There's only 8,000 out there. That's crazy. I did not know that. That's actually
there's a lot of them over there in like the Emirates. Like all those. Like all that. Like there's like some sort of Russian oligarchs and stuff have it.
Oh yeah. My cousin, he runs a Zales here in South Carolina. Hell yeah, knows what he's.
I might get in touch with him about one of those.
Hey, dude. Hey, my cousin, he's super knowledgeable on that stuff, man. I'll have to get y'all Hyper. You need to set up an Instagram, man. That's a really good.
Man. I know. Well, I gotta keep it. I'm in the process of it. I want to set up a separate Instagram so that it's separate than my family Instagram.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. Howard Bays can believe one sometimes. That version of Mando with the M1. Oh, okay. Damn.
So what else you got on your list there, Stone? What's
the last thing I have is the Verisactyl. What the lizard that Obi-Wan rides.
Oh, okay. Right. Yeah.
Again, that would be a very big piece, but I feel like it's just something very iconic from Revenge of the Sith. I feel like it's something that would sell, and it's just a very cool looking creature. You know what I mean? And there's actually some I feel like there's some speculation that it is a female Verisactyl, and that she was slightly force sensitive, and she actually knew that everyone was about to be killed, and that's why she was like running the way she. There's some speculation on that, like some little story that she was a force sensitive.
Back in the day when they made the 3 3/4 inch one, it was called the Boga. Obi-Wan and the Boga.
That's right. It was called the Boga. Now it's called like the Vera. That's what I always called it. And then when I looked it up I was just Googling to research, like I always do, just to make sure I'm right. And I was like, Verisactyl. I didn't even realize because I typed in Bogo lizard and it popped up Verisactyl. And Wikipedia is the shit. And I was like, hey, who fuck am I to argue with Wikipedia? But I'm sure it was called a Bogo.
That's the Boga, man. And Timbo, don't worry, it's coming 2025.
Hell yeah, man. Yeah, we need everybody's Instagrams. Hell yeah, dude. Yeah. We'll do that one day. So, Hyper, yeah, that was my last pick, man. So I'm gonna quit yapping. Y'all, I'm telling you, Hyper's list is fucking insane.
Well, first of all, I want to congratulate Stoned on his list because I would buy every single one of those. I'm telling you right now. Like the beasts, I'm a beast guy, and maybe Boga was the same. You're right.
Could have been.
But definitely, man. Blurg, Boga, Chicken Walker, all of it, man. The Reek, absolutely. So when I got this assignment, so I was in Florida, I was at the Disney parks, and I get this text from him, and he's like, we're doing what we want Black Series HASLABs to be. And I was like, dude, you reading my mind because I'm in Star Wars world and my whole brain is like, I want that in HASLAB. I want that in HASLAB, this, that, the other thing. So it was like perfect timing. So when I went back to the hotel, bar, and I was sitting there. And that's a story for another time. But I was sitting there and minding my own beeswax, and I'm just like on my phone, just typing in all this stuff. So let me access my list here. So the first one is a little bit boring, and we've already talked about it in some detail. But so I just mentioned how much I like the Snowspeeder, the Black Series Snowspeeder. I want them to revisit the Snowspeeder. I want them to add electronics, lights and sounds to it. Because I think it's such an integral part of my Star Wars experience as a kid. The Snowspeeder hit hard for a lot of people my generation. That was in many ways the most epic battle of the entire trilogy for so many people my age, and it just left a lasting impression. And I feel like if they were to revisit the Snowspeeder, they could take the original, the one that they already have, add the lights and sounds. But then I think, because it's a HASLAB, I'd like them to add a very detailed snow base and use that sort of magnetic hovering technology that they have on some of the higher end things. So I'd like to see them put that technology in. I think we've all seen those sort of hovering things that are like those bespoke products and stuff. And I've seen a lot of guys do models that can hover. And there's all kinds of things that hover now on those magnetic bases. And to do something with lights and sounds with that hovering snow Hoth base, I think would just be absolutely awesome. And that's what I'd like to see Hasbro do, is sort of upscale some of the things they already might have. Sort of revisit the Snowspeeder, give us a really nice presentation piece, a coffee table piece, the definitive Snowspeeder with all the bells and whistles and all of that. So that's something I'd like to see in sort of my, maybe let's call it my number 5 spot. But then what I'd really like to see is Hyper search, reaching for the stars now. Yes, I am, Troy. Yes, I am. But this is my list. So
he said that would be sick, though.
Right. So then, to capitalize on a conversation from earlier, I would love to see a HASLAB Naboo Starfighter, both versions.
Yeah.
N1, I want to see the N1 Starfighter, electronic, right? Episode 1. And I'd like to see them do both Anakin and like Rick Ollier, the pilot, like both. So you could have a choice of who you want in the pilot seat, right?
Oh yeah, dude.
I'd really like to see that. And I want it chromed. I don't want it chrome-esque.
Hello, Tyler, right? Buddy. What's up, man?
Hey, what's up, Tyler?
That's my buddy.
I want to see the original Naboo Starfighter with the chromed pieces.
Yeah, dude.
Electronics, and I want both pilots. I want Anakin pilot and I want Naboo pilot. And along with that, I want to see the Mando N1 Starfighter with the same type of thing. I want the electronics. I want the Mandalorian. I want Grogu and R5, like the one that can actually fit into it.
Hell yeah, dude.
So, again, that's kind of like just taking something that, they all they really have to do is just sort of scale up the Hasbro versions, in my opinion, and just add some electronics. But
100%, dude.
I think those would be really good ones. But now, what I would really like, so I'm going to get into 2 diorama pieces that I think would be really cool for HasLabs. Number 3 on my list would be, I would like to see the Wookiee tree base, the command base that Gree and Yoda were on with Tarful.
Yeah.
So
dude.
I'd like to see something sort of like maybe a half moon style. It doesn't have to be the full 360 around the tree, but like a half moon with some of the foliage hanging over it. I want to see Yoda. I want to see that whole Kashyyyk type of thing.
Oh, yeah,
we were talking earlier about how the clones need some clone tech. I think that would really be cool. That's how we get our camouflage Gree, our updated camouflage Gree. Yes. That's how we get Tarful.
Yep.
I'd like to see it realized with some electronics. You could definitely do. There was a lot of sort of like computer terminals or some of those some of those things featured there. I know Yoda and Gree were kind of by some sort of a terminal or something, but I think you could really do something awesome with that. You could put a ton of clones on it. You could put the Wookiees that are coming out on it and have it really be a really cool piece. And, I don't think that's very likely. It seems like they shy away from dioramas at that scale.
Yeah.
They sure as hell, for whatever reason, I don't know why, but they don't seem to visit. Kashyyyk isn't on their radar. We don't have the Kashyyyk clones. We don't have Wookiee warriors. I don't know. It doesn't ever seem to be on their radar, but I'd love to see those things. And then along the lines of the dioramas, I would love to see a Hoth trench. So, you could do something really cool where you have sort of a snow base or a snow field, and then you have the trench, and then you have all of the tubing, you have the guns, you have a fully realized Hoth trench. Maybe you give us the turret, maybe you give us the radar dish gun type of a thing. But again, I think that would sort of play along with the idea of my other idea with the snow speeder and that whole type of a thing. But I would love to see them. I actually did a Hoth trench diorama, and it came out pretty cool. And I would love to see a real version of it. You could really, I think, have a good time with that. And then you could get, you could do some interesting things with the Rebel troopers. A lot of us have a lot of Hoth Rebel troopers, and you can maybe give us some updated Hoth snow troopers. And I just feel like that has a lot of potential. Everybody loves that scene. Yeah. I think that would be a fun thing to do for a HasLab. And then finally, in Black Series, I think my number one, and this has to be done. I think Hasbro would be crazy not to do it, and that would be to give us a Black Series Yoda's hovel, right? Like, we want Yoda's house. We want Luke, Yoda, R2. We want a little bit of swamp. We want to have it lights. We want the fire. We want the stew pot. The little glowing things that he has in there. I can't imagine that would be a peg warmer. I think everybody in the world would want Yoda's hovel, right? Like, maybe I'm out of touch, but I just feel like that would be such a featured, awesome. It's doable. It's not that big in the scheme of things. Yoda's a small character, so you give us that sort of igloo style thing with the electronics, a little bit of the swamp around it. Man, I think that would be so cool. And you throw in the Dagobah R2D2, and you've really got something awesome there, in my opinion.
Zero and HowlRunner, we actually do have a Black Series Tauntaun. It comes with an old version of Han Solo in his Hoth outfit.
Yep. It's a pretty good piece, actually. It's a little bit on the static side, but
Yeah. They need to re-release that one, man, because that one's starting to kind of creep up again in the aftermarket. That would be a good re-release for sure. And it looks good, the one that they have in the line. Yeah, man. There's a Tauntaun in the Black Series, and it looks pretty cool, man. We also have a Wampa line. Wampa came with Luke, and then Tauntaun came with Han.
The Wampa is awesome.
Hyper, what was that? That wasn't Blue Line Days, or was it Blue Line Days?
Blue or orange, one of those blue or orange stripe days. Yeah.
HowlRunner, there is a 6-inch Wampa, my friend. There sure is, man.
Yep, there sure is, man.
Yes, sir.
I love it. It's a beautiful piece.
It is. And the old school one, it's actually got blood on his face and his chin. But the newer version, they did do a reissue of that, like a different release, and the other release does not have the blood. But
right.
It was very early days of the line, Zero and HowlRunner. Very early days. Like, I want to say like 2014, 15, if I'm not mistaken. Might have been 13, but I think it was 14 or 15.
You want me to go get it?
That's up to you, buddy. I will always. I'm not going to tell you no.
Anybody want to see it?
Hey, who wants to see the Wampa and the Tauntaun? Everybody.
I mean, I'll go get it. I mean, it's just
Connor, man. It's hard to know, man. You got to look on eBay. I am still missing Chaotic. I need a Wampa and Tauntaun so bad, man. They're just you can find the sets decent price on eBay and stuff like that. It's just, all this new stuff coming out this year. I just haven't really had time to like buy anything else because I'm trying to stick up with my pre-orders. You all know how it is. But oh yeah, everybody wants to see. Okay, hell yeah. Yo, chat, y'all are fucking awesome, man. Thank y'all for being here with us tonight.
Do it. Do it.
That was a little too aggressive. It's more like,
Do it. Do it.
I shouldn't. It's not the Jedi way. He needs to stand trial. He's too dangerous to be left alive.
Do it.
I want that brown Wampa from Jedi Survivor. Dude, I actually have not played Survivor yet. I need to. I heard the plot was kind of not as good as the first one, so I just haven't. But the gameplay looks awesome. Like all the customizations that you can do for it. It looks like a good game. Picked up the Wampa when it re-released. Hell yeah, man. So you got the version that doesn't have the blood on its mouth because the original version has. I would be thankful for either one, blood or no blood. It doesn't matter to me. But yeah, the Tauntaun and Wampa is something that I need the Wampa, the Tauntaun, and the Dewback. The Dewback is one that there's actually a Dewback at my local comic shop for like $70. And I am like, every time I see it, just the texture on the skin, very cool. We don't have many creatures in the Black Series. We have some, but not as many, man. No blood. Hey, man, it doesn't matter, though. Fuck yeah, where Luke's upside down in it with him. It's an awesome box.
All right, so he's not on display right now. He's in a box, so I can't find him. I'll get him up for the next time. I'm sorry, you guys. I'm sorry. I thought he was out on display.
Everybody wanted to see it too, man.
Damn, man. All right. Oh.
No, it's cool, man. It's cool. Next time, yeah, just means y'all have to come back next stream so we can show
next time. I promise. I'll bring him out.
Hyper has been. Y'all got to think, man. I grew up playing with toys and shit like that, and we all have that nostalgia from being kids. But like, I'm somewhat of a noob collector. I've only been collecting for about 2 years, slightly over 2 years. Hyper's been collecting a very, very long time. He has so much stuff that he can't even display everything. So he has stuff packed away, and
so actually, you know what I've done actually is I do have a lot of stuff, but I've gotten rid of so much stuff. And a collection, if you're like me, you collect and then you get rid of it or trade it for the things and like. But I do have a couple. I limit myself to a few boxes of storage.
Yeah,
like four medium-sized boxes. So whatever's on my shelf and whatever's in those boxes, but I don't ever let it get out of that. So if I buy something new, it means usually I have to move something else along in a trade or something like that. So because you just can't you can't keep 47 years of stuff. You just don't have. I can't anyways, but yeah. Dewback is awesome in the Black Series. Yeah.
When you walked away and you were grabbing it, we were all talking. There's a couple people in here that also are missing the Wampa and the Tauntaun. And I was like, man, those are two creatures that I really need, and also the Dewback. There's one in my comic shop for like $70 with the Sand Trooper. And I am, every time I see it, dude, I am like, just the sculpting, the texture on the skin, the saddle, the Stormtrooper itself, like, and that's the old 2013 Stormtrooper body. It's not a great body, but man, it just the look of it, the proportion is just that.
Well, if anybody wants to see that, just go to any of my Armies of Star Wars ones, especially the Stormtroopers ones, and you'll see it on display there. It's an awesome piece. It's an awesome piece. That and the Landspeeder, the Wampa, awesome. Yeah.
Y'all, if you haven't checked out our buddy Connor's page yet, he actually does a lot of like dinosaur and like Jurassic Park Hammond collection reviews and like Mesozoic figures and stuff like that. Connor, as much as you dig dinosaurs and reptiles and stuff, you would love the Dewback. And now it's not super articulated or anything, but like you would just love the design of the creature itself because of how big of reptile guy you are, man.
I was going to tell Connor that. So we went to Disney Animal Kingdom.
I can pick it up, man.
We went to Animal Kingdom and we did the dinosaur ride there, which is a great ride. It's really fun. And then, of course, you always invariably go right out into the gift shop. And they had some awesome dinosaur stuff. Like I'm not a huge dinosaur guy, but I pulled out the credit card and I got one. I got a little dinosaur action.
They actually have, oh, I'm sorry.
It's awesome, man. Beautiful statues, like high quality, super nice. Yeah, I can see how somebody could go down the dinosaur rabbit hole and never come out. It's really cool. So, yeah.
Brian, Wasso, and Timbo. I think I'm gonna have to do it, man. There's been so many times where I go to take a picture and I mean to send it to Hyper because I'm like, dude, check this out. But then like I'm in there with my wife and I'm literally like a fucking kid and she's got to hold me back. I'm literally so distracted. I don't even think to take the picture. And like, y'all know how it is when you get into into your zone and shit. You're just like toys, figures.
Right.
Hyper, do you remember when the Dewback came out, brother? You remember when that
was like maybe 2016, 17,
okay.
2017, maybe something like that. You know,
Brian is usually pretty decent on release dates, and he said 17, but a couple people were saying 2018. I'm not sure.
Brian is like unbelievable with that stuff.
Dude, he's an encyclopedia.
He is an encyclopedia, right?
What waves? What figures came in that wave? That's like I'm like holy shit, bro! What like fuck, crazy.
Yeah. But I wanted to share one more HASLAB idea.
Oh, yes, please. Yes, please.
There's a few more, but I'll keep it brief. But this is one where I feel like this is never going to happen. It should, but you know, the sail barge kind of set precedent for what I would call like the mega ships, you know, and the Ghost a little bit. The Ghost is kind of along those lines too. It's friggin' huge, but I think it's time for the HASLAB to do a Star Destroyer, like a Star Destroyer. We want it. Like, you know, it could be maybe a little bit down. What's that?
Like scale it down a little bit.
Yeah, but you know, have it be maybe. I think you could theoretically make it 6 to 10 inches longer than the sail barge, and sell it and do it, or at least the same size, at least the same length.
Yeah. And
because, you know, so much of it would be, yeah, I mean, scale it down, but I think you could do it. You know, for 3 3/4, I'm not talking about 6 inch, but you know, and my thought was, I think I would like to see either the Thrawn Star Destroyer,
yeah,
or you could do the classic, you know, A New Hope, Empire Strikes Back Star Destroyer. But I think a HASLAB Star Destroyer, electronic lights and sounds, with the same type of detail that they did with the sail barge. I think that the collecting community, I think they would sell, if they needed to sell 8,000 of them, I think they could sell 8,000 Star Destroyers. I think you could sell it. I think you could price it now at 2025 pricing. I think you could, if you put it at $700, I think it would sell. I don't know. Maybe I'm crazy.
And you know, that is obviously it would not be true to scale, but right. The fact of the matter, kind of like what Tim was saying, it would probably have to be like a TVC release, you know, or like even Micro Galaxy. I feel like Micro Galaxy would do a really decent job with. This is the thing, man. You got to think. It's hard to think about these things because your mind just goes and goes, and like if you really start to think about it, like it's like we were talking about the Juggernaut earlier. You think about the Juggernaut, that motherfucker literally holds like 50 to 100 troopers. Like,
yeah, right.
The scale of it would literally take up your child's like bed or like your.
Oh yeah,
it would be so, like just real quick. I'm gonna grab the right here. I have this is the Micro Galaxy Ghost, just for instance, and I don't have another ship close to me, but like. You see, the Rebels, they literally live in this. All of their quarters are in here, all of their rooms, all their facilities, their cargo. This is their home. And, like, you see them in this little tiny spot. This is, like, roughly – so Micro Galaxy is roughly 1 in 72 scale. And you just think about how grand this is because technically – my Millennium Falcon is hung up, but this is bigger than the Falcon. So technically the Falcon should be bigger, to be honest with you. But, like – And then you scale this up for TVC, and you see that thing is literally the size of a coffee table.
Oh yeah.
It's just hard when you start getting really into it. You're like, 1/12 scale is very limited with what you can do just because of price wise, the materials to make it, getting it shipped to you, and just space. The average collector, just to be able to display it properly, you would need like a fucking living room for some of these pieces, man. Like, PVC is. Could you imagine a Black Series?
So that's why the second part of my wish list is Star Destroyer. I think is probably off the table because of size. But somebody in the comments just mentioned it, and where I was going with this, and we were talking about this in my list the other day. The Imperial Light Cruiser, I think.
Yeah, it was
good. I think you could do that. That one you could do, and that would be absolutely awesome. It's relevant to the material that's out there now. It's definitely a much smaller vehicle than the Star Destroyer. Yeah. You know, you've got the modern figures, you've got Thrawn, you've got Luke, you've got all the TVC figures available for it. Yeah. You could put the lights and sounds. Who wouldn't want to put a bunch of Dark Troopers in there with Luke going down the hallway? Like, I just think that would be, like I said, I think it's relevant. I think it's doable. I think it's a home run. I think if you did the light cruiser, everybody who likes the Mandalorian loves the light cruiser, right? Like it's why we watch 3 seasons of it, is to get to that scene. It's a great looking ship. It's relevant. It's the most iconic moment in all of the Mandalorian.
Yep.
The movie is going to build off of everything that happened on it. Like, I feel like that is definitely in the works, or at least on the table. Hasbro light cruiser for the TVC. Let's do that one. I feel like that is just a really doable thing. You could make it about the size of the sail barge. You know, most of us have all of those figures anyways. You could even do it, you know, where that could appeal to the people like me who love the retro vintage series, who have all the Mandalorian figures. You know, you could do it that way. You could do it. I think you could do it and just have it be a really awesome piece. So that sort of rounds out my HASLAB wish list. You know, it's probably completely unrealistic, but I think it could be. I think it could be. It could work. There.
Howrunner's got a good one too. Either one, the Phantom 1 or the 2 would be a decent one.
Awesome.
That'd be a decent idea.
Yeah.
And then the HASLAB LE-AT. Now that is like where you're almost pushing. That is, I think that's actually, you know what? I think the LE-AT is a perfect fucking HASLAB.
It's a great one.
I think that's because you think about that, you can hold. It's got 2 laser gunners on the side, the pilot, the co-pilot, and then you can hold like a couple troopers inside. You're thinking like 15 to 20 troopers.
Yeah.
Imagine that. That's, you know, that'd be pretty cool. And you know, TVC, they used to have those battle packs. Remember that one? I mean, you were talking not too long ago. It had like, it was which one's the one where they have the kind of like old school jet where the mouth with the teeth and shit?
Oh yeah, right.
I think it's called the Munilist or something.
Yes, right. Yeah, I can't think of it, but yeah.
But they have it's like a mini diorama. They have the figures standing in the docking bay of the LE-AT. It is one of the coolest package representations ever in 3 3/4.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I also put the Tantive 4 on my list because I feel like that's another one that's maybe of the same size. You know, it's not a very large ship, very small, and I feel like that would be another great HASLAB for the 3 3/4 inch line. You know, lights, sounds. You know, maybe put an escape pod in there. You know, it would just be so awesome. What an epic piece that would be.
Hell yeah, dude! Totally would be.
Yeah.
So was that the end of your?
That's really it. Yeah, I mean, you know, those are the ones that I think, you know, never are going to happen, but I would love it.
I love that you were thinking so big, man. Like, you put a lot of thought. Like, I love the Wookiee tree. I love Yoda's hut. Those are solid fucking picks. Like, I think I like both of our spins and what we bring to the show, man. Like, you're thinking about this from like a a really cool world building element, and like I just loved your outlook on. I enjoyed your list a lot, dude. Your picks were very out there, and I feel like I would buy pretty much all of yours, 100%. I feel like I kind of came from more like the like maybe singular character focus or vehicle creature focus, but I like you thinking big, man. I love how we like did our list in different interpretations. That was fun, dude.
Well, I think the thing is too is like I'm looking at the comments and I'm like, whether they like our picks or not, like there's a lot of people thinking along these same lines. Like they want beasts, they want creatures. Sure, we'll take another big ship. Like, what's the next big one? Like it might not be one that I picked, but there's people who want those things.
100%.
Both in the 6-inch line and the 4-inch line. And I feel like Hasbro needs to recognize that.
Connor, do you mean the Fang fighter or the Fiend fighter? What is that? I'm actually I'm not sure what that is, buddy.
Is that what's her name from Ahsoka? Shin Hati? Is that her ship?
Oh, is that dude? Her ship is actually a very close design to General Grievous's.
Yeah, it's cool. It's wicked cool.
From Ahsoka. Oh, okay, dude, that would be a cool HasLab for sure, man. That would definitely make that figure more desirable.
Yeah, it's a great ship. Awesome design. Small enough to do.
That would get people to buy Shin.
Yeah, right.
Okay, yeah, her ship, that was a really cool fucking design. It was very close to General Grievous's ship from Revenge of the Sith.
Yeah, and didn't the other guy there, Malik, what was his name? Marak. He had a really cool look too. Yeah, dude. Similar. Those are really cool. They almost had like that World War II look to them or something.
Zero, that was actually what Hyper was just saying. He would love a 12th scale Tano 4. I feel like that's a really, like any kind, or like with the TVC, they just got the light cruiser hallway. I feel like TVC buyers would buy that up too. Like you said, who wouldn't want to stack up your Dark Troopers with your Luke Skywalker, man? That would be like a sick fucking diorama, man.
Like you could, of course it would be scaled down, but I feel like we're there for that, I mean, so the AT-AT was scaled down. The great big AT-AT that they did is still scaled down and it still works. It's awesome,
So I kind of like this. I like that we finished our list and y'all kind of I feel like y'all let us go through and finish our list, and now Chad is kind of like giving their 2 cents. These are I like this. So, but
definitely a starfighter. Yeah.
That'd be
I have every single 4-inch Episode 3 starfighter and every single Delta 4 starfighter in my collection. They're some of my favorite designs. Yeah, that would work. That would definitely work at that scale. Sure. It's not much bigger than a snowspeeder.
Yeah, that's true. That's very true. Fuck yeah. It's funny you say that, Tim, because there's actually another Star Wars YouTuber that's well known in the community. I think Blitz Transmissions. He actually did a video kind of similar to this. He did a HasLab pitch video where we did like our top 5 HasLab picks. But he did like a HasLab pitch, and it was like basically like he filmed the video as if he was pitching the idea to Hasbro to do it, and he was pitching the idea to do Obi-Wan and Anakin's Jedi Interceptor starfighters from the beginning fight scene over Coruscant in the Sith. And I feel like he did if you're watching my channel, you probably watched his. He used to be on the 1313 podcast, which they've kind of been a part of the community for a while. I don't think they're a channel anymore. They like Tommy, the guy who runs Blitz Transmissions, he like separated from them or something. I don't know everything, but anyways, I thought his video was really good. The way that he did the presentation and everything, I thought it was interesting.
All right, Hasbro, listen up. Listen up. As you were saying that, Hasbro, you need to make the ARC 170 happen immediately.
Oh, dude, could you imagine?
Oh, the ARC 170 all day.
It
would be big. Who wouldn't want that, right?
Everyone
would want that. Like, that would be the one. If I could do any clone ship, I would do the ARC 170 with Oddball and maybe, a couple of other clone gunners.
Brian, you were literally right every other time, man. You don't have to apologize. We are human, bro. You don't have to apologize for being wrong one time.
Brian, I'm going to hold that against you forever. Are you kidding me?
Dude,
he was wrong once.
Brian Myers is a fake Black Series fan. He thought the Dewback came out in 2017.
I thought I could trust you, Brian.
Ryan, I thought you were
I thought, right, exactly.
Roast the Viper.
Swing and miss, man.
No, we love Brian. He's a big supporter of both of our channels, man.
Right.
Hey,
yeah, totally, man. More Jedi Council. I want the floor.
Yep.
Right?
Yeah. I want the floor, Hasbro. The fucking. Can you at least give us the floor? No, man. Very good pick, Kyle Runner, for sure, man.
How about this? How about whatever they like? They're gonna give us the light cruiser, but they're just not gonna add the floor. Now, right?
Hey, Hyper's talking that shit. I love it, dude.
Right? Exactly. Like they're just not gonna give us the floor.
Zero. So, real quick, I actually just uploaded a 2024 collection room tour. So if you want to go check that out, man, I would really much appreciate it. It's a little bit long. The next year when I do it, I'm gonna try to keep it under 45, 30 minutes. I kind of went a little crazy with it's like an hour and 15, but if you can just watch it, put it on the background or whatever, man, I'd appreciate it if you want to check it out. Now for Hyper's channel, he's kind of documented his collection. I mostly do reviews, and then I do a yearly collection overview, and then obviously we start our channel, so we show our recent pickups and shit. But the way that Hyper does, he doesn't really do reviews as much. He mostly does like line overviews, and he looks at like obviously he's mostly focused on dioramas and stuff like that, world building and that nature. But he also, when he does videos, he does cool stuff like he'll show you like weird serial numbers or like different package variants. He gets very in detail. He shows off like entire waves, or he even shows off his collection in sections. Like he's got this really cool series on his channel. It's called the Armies of Star Wars. He actually just ended it. It was very, very sad day for the Hyperdrive Collections channel, but there's more to come. But it was really cool week to week getting this kind of see like what army he was going to do. One week it was Dark Troopers, the next week it was Rebel Hoth Troopers, the next week it was Phase 1 Clone Troopers. Next week it was Jedi. It was just something really cool to look forward to, and it's just I kind of like the way that he kind of documents his collection. The
way I do it, Zero, is most of what I do is customs and dioramas, and
fucking shell,
and yeah, it's mostly customs and dioramas and how-to videos, and it's really fun because Stone followed one of my tutorials and he killed it on his diorama, and I know a lot of other people have watched them and done better than me. That's the thing. So like I do these how-to tutorials, and then people do better stuff than I do. So it's just showing me up, everybody. But
I think that's called a good teacher, man.
But seriously, like you guys are killing it, knocking it out of the park. But so Zero, if that's your thing, you might enjoy that. But when I feature I just do like collection features, little small things, and I try to keep them, I don't know, somewhere between 3 and 6 minutes, because I feel like within 3 to 6 minutes, I can if I only have 7 figures on the shelf to show, I try to respect your time and do it that way. So, if you like that type of a thing, I'd love to have you check it out. So I hope you do. But
Hyper's channel is called Hyperdrive Collection 6460, my friend.
Yeah.
And Timbo says Hyper has a great channel. Both of you guys have awesome channels. Thank y'all very much, man.
Oh, and by the way, Zero, you got to check out Timbo's. You got to check out Why So Serious.
Yeah, man.
Got to check out Brian Myers. You got to check out a lot of them, because these guys are doing, like I said, they're taking my tutorials and doing better stuff than me. So these guys there's a lot of really talented people here, man. I'm serious. I'm serious. Like, I mean, Stone, you would agree. I think you would agree. Like, these guys are doing some really good stuff.
Oh man, honestly, Timbo, thank you for showing us the love, man. Timbo, I've said this before. I'm kind of like more with Hyper style. If I try to do, I'm starting to dabble in diorama making. Need to start another one soon. But anyways, starting to dabble with it. He's kind of introducing me to it. We kind of do more like in-universe type dioramas, like actual planets or places or whatever. I really love Timbo's unique, like real world spin. Like he does the comic shop. He's got the donut shop. He's about to do the cantina bar. Like I just think the donut shop is. It's such a fun idea, man.
It's awesome. Yeah.
So Brian, yeah, dude. Oh yeah, Brian's and Wasso's channel. That's the thing, man. We all got to support each other because if one of us, if we support each other, we all grow. You know.
Oh, there's so many others I'm not even remembering right now. Yeah.
Hey, Brian, that's because I love the anticipation and like honestly, I feel like I am a rambler, man. Like I said, dude, I can talk about some Star Wars and some figures, but that being said, like I kind of want to be known as the Joe Rogan of Black Series. I want to be that raw, long form content Star Wars dude, the bald, tatted Jack guy that talks about Star Wars toys. Like Joe Rogan is like the tatted bald guy that talks about everything. Like he has Trump, he has fucking Elon Musk, he has fucking goddamn Johnny Depp. Like I kind of like, because I know there's people out there like me as well that enjoy long form content, but I also understand where Hyper's perspective comes from because a lot of the time when people's attention span nowadays it's very short. They want quick. They want it quick. They want it now, you know, and it's like not many people. There are some people out there like me who enjoy the long form content, but I've kind of started to learn to try to cut my reviews a little bit, and I've kind of noticed them do a little bit better. I try not to ramble on as much as I used to when I first started my channel, and I try to like give a good little like, oh man, I love this figure. It's nostalgic for these reasons. I make it quick, and then I try to focus on the figure after that. And I feel like that's kind of making them a little bit quicker has kind of helped them a little bit as well.
Well, the best part about Stone's reviews is that you never know when he's going to drop one of those South Carolina character accents that I love so much. They're the best. They're the best part of it. Like all of a sudden he'll just like go into dialogue from the movie, from the character. Yes, there'll always be that little bit of a twang to it that I just think is the greatest, man.
Rogan of Black Series, damn right, Troy. I love when you say my South Carolina accent. It's funny to me.
Oh man, yeah.
Oh yeah, man. So if you ever come over to the States, dude, you gotta let everybody know so we can all like coordinate because that's a special occasion right there, dude.
Oh, definitely. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
I just fucking with you. Oh, I know it, Brian. Oh yeah. Nothing but love, brother. Nothing but love. Right. Yeah, bro.
All right, so we were going to talk about there's a little bit of treat your shelf for both of us, right?
Yes, there is, in fact. Brian, awesome group of collectors on here.
Yeah.
And that Southern twang. But yes, we have some let's get into some treat your shelf. So
all right.
You want to go first, my friend, or you want me to take it?
So why don't we do one and like you do one, I do one, you do one, or something like that, you know?
I like it. I like where you're
at. All right, man, go first. You drop it first.
Okay. So starting off here, y'all better come from them round parts. From out them parts, bro. Y'all better come from out them parts, bro. Y'all don't belong around here. We don't take no shit down here now. Love that treat. Yeah, Ron, it was something I kind of pitched it to Hyper when we first kind of linked up, and I was like, hey man, what do you think about like every Star Wars podcast, Black Series podcast has like their little niche when they show off their recent pickups. Like Monday Night Figure Ball, they have Snaggletooth Snags. Out of the Basement has recent pickups. Black Series Cantina has fine additions like General Grievous's thing. Like everybody's got their little fun saying, and I thought it would be cool to like kind of make it funny. Like, you know, when you have hard times, we all deal with financial shit and everyday responsibilities in real life. It's sometimes you got to treat yourself and treat your shelf. So a little play on the words there. So I feel like it was a little fun way for us to talk about our new stuff. But I'm going to deliver off with some fire here. And I sent this to Hyper a few weeks ago. This is a DC McFarlane figure, DC Multiverse figure. And I am not, well, I can't say that anymore. I was not a huge McFarlane guy, but I think this last couple of figures have started to sweeten my taste for the line.
That is a crock of bullshit because you are now deep into it. You are deep into it now.
I guess when you have more than 3, you're technically not dabbling anymore, are you? You know, I think 3 is kind of that limit where you're like, if you have more than 3 or 4 or 5 figures, you're collecting, man. You know?
Listen, here's the thing though. Here's the thing. I think you're telling us you have 3, but you probably have like 14 boxes of them in the garage or something like that.
Yeah. How Runner, it's funny you say that, man, because I'm almost at 500 subscribers, so I'm going to be eligible for super chats and stuff like that. I don't give a fuck about y'all's money. I want y'all here to hang out. I just want to talk about Star Wars. However, if it ever got to that point, I would be super thankful, and the money would go straight back into the channel, which I actually have some. Speaking of channel and giving back.
Oh yeah.
Later on, I have some giveaways that I want to show y'all. Obviously, we're going to do it. I was kind of figuring out how I want to do it real quick. I'll show these before the end of the stream. I have some giveaways for you guys, and I think I'm going to do it on I was going to do it on a live stream, but I think it would be more fun to do it with Hyper instead of doing a solo stream. So I figure one of these days, maybe after Christmas, when things settle down, we can do a Stone and Hyper live giveaway. And I have some really cool stuff that I'm going to show off, and just to give back to y'all, and like me getting to 500 subscribers is really cool. Like I said, I'm going to get some level of monetization. I don't know what all that entails yet, but like I said, I'll be eligible for super chats and channel memberships and shit like that. But that being said, my point in saying all this is the whole Treat Yourself segment. How Runner saying put that on a shirt. Maybe one day, perhaps, we will have some Stone and Hyper mugs or shirts or Stone Hyper whatever, like some merchandise one day just to help support the show and just like, if y'all want to rock some stuff, man. I feel like that would be really fun. It's funny that you say that. I feel like it's a good Treat Yourself would be a good shirt. I didn't even think about that. I think we'll have to do that, How Runner. So
I love it, man.
Like I said, man, we're not doing this for y'all's money, but if it gets to that point, it would be cool. We'll always be able to give it back to the community in some kind of way. I literally want to be here. I want to do this. I want to be here with y'all and talk about fucking Star Wars. That's all I fucking want.
Hey, just so you know, my battery is running low, and I might have to switch over to my phone in a minute if we have to. So
that's cool, buddy.
If I pop off, don't worry about it. I'll be right back.
Okay. So
So anyways,
first off, I have for 19 or $20, I have the DC Multiverse Gold Label Superman from the Action Comics, and this is like my version of Superman. The thing about it that I like is it's his classic costume, obviously, but he's also got the yellow Superman symbol on his cape, and that's always been one of my favorite designs. I know some people like the plain red cape, but I seen this at Walmart online and it was I could do local pickup that day, and it was only $20. I was like, man, I don't have a Superman figure in my collection, and my brother was a huge Superman fan. And I just felt like I kind of had to get this figure for my brother. I don't have Superman representation in my collection yet, so I feel like this is a good one to start with. And just look at the art, man. That is
a gorgeous figure.
It's a beautiful figure, man. It's got a really cool metallic, the emblem's got a really shiny paint to it. If you kind of see that, but really, really awesome looking figure, man. I'm super happy to finally have a Superman in my collection, and I believe he comes with a stand too.
Are you gonna open that, or are you gonna keep it boxed?
So Hyper, I was gonna ask you, man, what is the significance of the gold label? Is that like a limited? Is this like an early run of the figure, or what does that mean?
I don't even really know, to be honest with you. I think it's just a retail exclusive more than anything. But I don't trouble myself with those things. To me, it's like, whatever. If I find a gold label, I don't really know what the significance is, but
Yeah, I think I'm going to open it. I think he needs to go on the shelf in my Batman section on the stand, like in a flight position. I think that would be really cool.
He's got a Batman section, everyone. He's got a Batman section.
Dude, after I seen yours, I was like, dude, he was one of my favorite superheroes growing up because he's literally just a peak performance genius human being, contending every single one of Batman's villains have some kind of advantage over him, and he always fucking overcomes it. And he's just a dude. He's just a guy with fucking trauma issues.
It's funny because of my entire collection that I've shown you, you always go back to the Batman one. It's funny, and I didn't even tell you about it until like a month ago.
Because, dude, I got the Earth 2 Batman. That was my first McFarlane ever. That's actually Thomas Wayne. That's Bruce Wayne's father in an alternate universe where Bruce Wayne gets shot and Martha Wayne becomes Joker. So He's got the red costume, the red eyes with the blacked out. It's just a really cool costume design. And I was like, bro, I have to. And I'm a big fan of the Arkham Knight games on PS3 and PS4. And that was one of the skins you could wear in the game. It was one of the skins that I fought the most in. I was like, bro, they have a figure of this? I have to have it. And then I got the Nightfall black suit variant, or gray suit variant Batman. And that is one of the best Batman figures I've ever had the pleasure of messing with. I love that figure so much. I just put a review on it. It was really fun. I enjoy that figure very much. But DC is really, I'm starting to develop the taste for it, Hyper. I'm really starting to respect,
oh yeah, man.
I'm very pleased.
Welcome to the club, right? Yeah.
How Runner, it's funny you say. I was thinking about getting the logo made. Now, me and Hyper, we already have a logo, but I was thinking about getting an actual logo made for my channel at some point in time. It's funny you said something about graphic designers. Thank you, Timbo. Thank you, Mom. I appreciate it. And
well, along with Treat Your Shelf, we also have another segment that we run from time to time, and that's, is it a Bantha bargain or a Toydarian swindle?
That's
and
right.
Do you remember there was another channel, like a kind of a bigger channel, and I was telling you about it, I showed you, and they said Toydarian swindle on it, and I'm like, oh my God, listen to that. That's
I forget whose channel that was, but I do remember you saying so. That's cool that, because we came up, me and Hyper, I came up with Bantha Bargain, he came up with Toydarian. I feel like that's a really cool, funny Star Wars clip.
It was kind of funny, yeah.
I've never heard anybody else use that terminology before.
Yeah, but I know. Oh shit, was it Wiso did it? But then I'm like, oh, it's funny, he's using it. But then all of a sudden, like, I was at a bigger channel, like a somewhat larger channel with more people, and they said it, and I'm like, oh, well, what do you know?
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Like, we better copyright that now,
Damn, dude, we need to. I'm telling you. So we gotta get it. We gotta get a patent on it now. Copyright.
Right. Exactly. Right. I know.
Yeah. Chaotic Clouds. I'm gonna work on that one day, man. I feel like that would be really cool. Like I said, I'm not looking to make any money, but if I can just kind of continue to grow my channel and thus continue to grow Hyper's channel and our show, and just continue to because like I said, I have some cool stuff that I'm excited to show y'all, just to give back to y'all, and I kind of wanted to do it in the live stream just because, like, y'all are. I feel like the people that show up to our live streams, I know some people can't make it to all of them. I feel like y'all are like our regulars. Like, y'all are our homies, man. I feel like we need to give back to y'all first before I do just my generic channel membership or channel giveaway. So but that's coming. That's coming very soon.
Well, for me, for the people who are new here, who might not have heard this before, I'll just say it quickly. Like, so my channel is small, and it's kind of almost.
Bro, it's not small.
Well, small.
Oh, y'all, we just lost Hyper. That's all right. He's going to join us back in a minute. He did say his battery was about to die, so he will join us momentarily in just a moment. That happens from time to time. That's like a regular on the show, as Hyper's computer dying and he gets back on his phone. But we'll just just kind of talk some shit while he gets back with us. You should make a Stone Manor shirt with you in the badass manhunt with your beard pop. That would be cool, man. That would be really cool. Yeah. That's like a regular on the show now. I think that's happened like 3 or 4 times. Yes, logos, merch. I cannot stress how good Treat Your Shelf is. Thank you so much, man. I'm gonna like I said, I'm almost at 500 subscribers. I really want to start kind of like taking this seriously, because it really just started out as an outlet, man. It really just kind of organically grew, and I've met a lot of cool people, made some friends, I would even say, and it's just been it's been a really cool outlet for me, and it's been a lot of fun, man. But that being said, like, just man, I'm really excited to show y'all these giveaways that I got. I just can't wait to. This is like a little thank you from me to y'all. You know what I mean? Just so cool to be at 500 subscribers in just over a year. I started my channel October 16th was the day I uploaded my first review as Black Chrysanthemum. So in that time, just over a year, I've gotten to 500 subscribers, and I feel like that's really, I'm proud of that, man. And it's thanks to y'all. Without people like y'all who show up and watch and like and comment on the videos, like, this would not be nearly as I would still do it like I did in the beginning when my reviews weren't doing all that great. I think Hyperdrive's back with us. Yep.
What's up, guys?
What's up, buddy? We were waiting on you, man.
Jesus Christ, my computer sucks.
I feel like it's a regular. I feel like it's just like a part of the show now. It's like
I get 2 hours in and then it just dies. The last time I was on a different computer, but it was whatever.
Yeah.
But I'm back. So, anyways, what were we talking about?
So I think we were just we were about to get back to. Did you want to get into your treat yourself?
Oh, right. Okay.
So,
during the kitchen renovation, I was starting to do some different things because I couldn't really customize, and I've talked about it a couple of times. And so one of the big things that I was doing was, I was kind of reorganizing the whole half of the house that we redid, and so I'm moving some stuff around, and I found some old Power of the Force 2 figures, and I've been kind of cataloging the Power of the Force 2 figures, and it's been a lot of fun. And so Black Series is my number one, but some of these old figures are really cool, and I've been going through and I have a few figures where I did an entire run of all the figures, like the different packaging variations, and if there's a foreign carded release or if there's some sort of really cool variation to a figure, not just the card variation, but some of the figures might have had different paint or different accessory. And so the other day, I had gotten back from Florida, and I found this locally at a shop, and I picked it up right away. And this is not a figure that I have any other versions of, but I'm gonna collect all of them because it's so cool. So this is one I was showing Stone this before, but this is a Power of the Force 2 Dagobah Luke, and it's the red carded version. But I don't know if you can tell, but there is an incredibly long lightsaber with it. Can you guys see that? Is that noticeable by any chance? Like this incredibly long lightsaber, like way longer than it should be. And this is a variation in which, see how big that thing is? Like it's freaking enormous.
Yeah, it is, dude.
And so that was the first run of this figure on the red card, had this incredibly long lightsaber. And Obi-Wan Kenobi also had an incredibly long lightsaber. And then what they did was they changed it. They changed that because they're like, oh, this is just too long. This is ridiculously long lightsaber. And then they corrected the lightsaber, and it's a regular size lightsaber. But this here it's not incredibly difficult to find because the Power of the Force 2 is so abundant, but it's not something that you see every day. That's for sure.
I've never seen that before.
It's kind of wild, right? So I've always loved Dagobah Luke. Dagobah is kind of like one of my favorite locations in Star Wars and everything. So I picked this up right away, and I'm gonna do a whole run of Power of the Force 2 Dagobah Luke with both the long lightsaber and short lightsaber version. And there's also a third version. So there's the long lightsaber, then there's the short lightsaber, and then there's a packaging variation in which the short lightsaber is in the packaging that is supposed to hold the long lightsaber. So the tray that the lightsaber sits in is much longer than the designated lightsaber in the package, and it's very noticeable. And that's called Luke Skywalker Short Saber Long Tray. That's what it actually is called as the variation. So, and then they corrected that further, and then the short lightsaber in the short tray. So I don't know. I find these things interesting, and I know it's not everybody's cup of tea, but I'm going on this journey, and I started it, so it's just something. I think I've done 2 or 3 Power of the Force figures, and for those of you who've watched it, like then I'll buy like the French version, the Japanese version, and the packaging is all different, kind of crazy, and I don't know if you like that type of a thing. It's kind of a thing I'm on right now. So that was a really cool Treat Your Shelf pickup that I got the other day. A little bit unusual, and I don't know, maybe nobody's ever. So there you go.
So next up here, This is a little simple, quick one. I do collect some TVC, but dude, Walmart has. If y'all don't know, Walmart has an insane fucking sale on fucking figures right now. Got this for $5. X-Wing Luke Skywalker.
Wow.
Really nice mint card here. Dude, it's on sale right now for $3.75.
Man.
$5, I couldn't. It's gonna look awesome pegged up on the wall somewhere. Looks so awesome, man. So
that's really good.
Pass it up.
Less than $4?
Yeah, man.
Wow.
I think I'm gonna keep it on card. Obviously, Luke doesn't look great, but like the figure is still cool. The card back is really like what you're after here, man. But
yeah,
very, very awesome, dude. So, and it's a really nice straight card too. Very clean, not nice, clean edges, sharp edges. So,
yeah, that's a good looking piece.
Yeah, thank you very much, man.
Yeah, that looks really nice.
Yeah, man. So there was another one.
Well, I already showed the lightsaber that I got at Galaxy's Edge and the hat and the coffee mug. But I've got the biggest box of shit you've ever seen coming any day now. And I'm going to review that in detail. We might have to do a special report, like a special Stone and Hyper edition for that one. But I did pick up one other thing, and this was about a few days after we did the last live stream, because one of the final Power of the Force figures I needed for this particular run, I'm doing a Han and Carbonite Power of the Force 2 run. Ooh. And that's really cool, because if you like Han and Carbonite, that feels like you're getting a lot of value with that particular figure, because you're getting Han, you're getting a blaster, you're getting handcuffs in some of the versions of it, and you're getting the Carbonite block. And it's like, that and a freeze frame thing. Like there's a lot of value on that card, But there was one version that I picked up that was on a different card in a different 4-inch line, and it's a variation of the Carbonite block, and that is this really, really cool version of Han and Carbonite, and it's the Saga edition.
Sweet.
Yeah, it's really cool. And this is the one, you might have seen it, where they come with these little holographic figures in the back. Yeah. So that whole line. But this Han and Carbonite, very cool. It's a Carbonite block that is actually sort of in the process of being melted. So you get that red, sort of transparent holographic, not holographic, but transparent Carbonite block. Yeah. It's a different Han figure than the Power of the Force 2, but it's the same Carbonite block. No, it's not. Excuse me. It's a different block, but it's another Han and Carbonite from the older line. So I'm including it in it. It also comes with a really cool pike, and then you get that little Jabba's
nice
diorama packaging, which I just loved. So this is the only version I have of this figure, so I'm going to keep it carded. But Han and Carbonite was one of those figures I just could never get enough of. So there's that one.
That's actually what you have there is actually a look we don't have for Han in the black. All the looks we have for Han in the black, right. We don't have him like after Carbonite.
Right, exactly. And it's sorely missing, in my opinion. Because he spends a significant amount of time in that outfit in Return of the Jedi. Like, post Carbonite, Han is probably 30 minutes of the movies with him in that. Yep. So, yeah. So that's a great piece. I really like that piece. So
yeah, dude, that's all. Dude, Saga Collection has a lot of cool fucking figures, man.
Oh yeah, for sure.
It's good.
And I like the holographic throw-in that they give you. That's just extra, There's
little extra gimmicky things on the packaging that just make it more like, I don't know, just it sweetens the deal a little bit.
Right. Yeah.
So next up for Treat Your Shelf, I got this at Books A Million. I actually seen this. I seen this when I first found this figure. I showed this on a Treat Your Shelf a couple last show. Got this collection edition Starfire. I haven't opened her yet. I'm going to do a review on her. Really fantastic looking figure. So that's 1, 2, 3. I have 4 McFarlanes now, so I am officially a McFarlane collector. So
yeah, look at it.
Which actually, technically, I also have a McFarlane Spider-Man statue. So I'm a McFarlane collector. I kind of forgot about that. Anyways,
you are.
$15. Got the Michael Keaton edition Batman cowl bust. $15, dude, and it's on like a really nice little wooden stand. says Batman 89, and the packaging, man. Like I almost wanted to get 2 just because of the fucking packaging. One of the coolest scenes that I will forever. Michael Keaton will forever be my Batman, dude. And Jack Nicholson as Joker was just like sweet, and seeing Prince doing the soundtrack to Batman 89 was just another cool like cherry on top. Jack Nicholson actually suggested to the director that Prince do the soundtrack for Batman. And that being said, man, I remember the scene when I first seen Batman 89 and the villain's like in the rooftop or in the alley and Batman comes like with his cape just slowly coming down behind as he's mugging the woman. Fucking with the dude or whatever. I will always remember that part, man. And everybody thought that Michael Keaton would be a shit Batman because he was like a more comedic actor. And to me, he was one of my favorite Batman of all time. Just with part of his role in The Flash.
Yeah, absolutely. That's really awesome, man.
Dude, $15, man. They had an Adam West one. It was really just, I had to grab it, man. And I'm really like, your Batman collection just, I forgot how much I really loved and respected Batman, dude. You know? So.
I think we're going to see another sub-channel spring forth here from the Stone Mandalorian.
Might have to do a separate channel for.
Please visit my other channel, the McFarlane Batman Appreciation Channel.
The Stone McFarlane-Collector. The Stone Batman or the Stone. I don't fucking know. That'd be funny, dude.
We're gonna have to change it to Treat Your Vault, right?
Treat Your Vault, yeah, man. Really cool fig collection figure. It offered some incredible. Yeah, 100%, man.
Oh man.
Yeah, the packaging looks really nice on these figures for sure. Nice presentation. Yeah, I might have missed. I believe Troy, are you talking about Starfighter here? I can't remember. Or are you talking about the 89 Cal? I might be mixed up. Oh, bro, Jack Frost is such a good fucking movie. That was one of me and my brother's favorites. Such a good Christmas movie, man. It's a sad movie. Adam West is one of that is actually Tom McFarlane's Batman. Like when you ask him who was the best Batman, I think he always says Adam West. Yeah, man, I got this at book or not. I'm sorry, I didn't realize I had Starfire in my hands still. But yeah, got this at Books A Million, dude. My wife likes to read, so we were in there looking for books, and they have like the little collectible section. They have Pops and some Black series, a lot of McFarlane. But yeah, $15, man. I'm just surprised this isn't more like I would expect this to be like 25 or 30, to be honest. You know,
if you said it was $35, I'd believe you.
Yeah,
you know?
15, man. I feel like that's really like a really fair price.
Oh yeah,
but yeah, absolutely love Keaton 89 Batman. That is probably other than the animated series with Kevin Conroy, that is probably my favorite fucking Batman movie of all time.
Oh yeah. Yeah,
Troy, I hope you find it, man. I'll tell you what, maybe one day we'll try to set up some kind of system where I want to try to set up a Discord where, like, if we see certain things, like, hey, everybody, I'm looking for this, and then we see it in that, maybe we can, like, all create a Discord where we can, like, oh, I'll PayPal you for this if you grab it for me. And, like, if we happen to see something that we're each looking for, we can kind of help each other out a little bit, you know?
Yeah, we could do something like that.
Maybe one day. We'll get all that in the works one day for sure. Thanks.
When we all convene at Galaxy's Edge, we'll figure out the particulars.
Hell yeah.
Right. Yeah.
Timbo, thank you so much for joining us tonight, buddy.
Hey, take care, man.
Have a great weekend as well, man. Thank you so much for hanging out with us, bud.
So that's all I've got for Treat My Shelf right now. Treat Your Shelf. But like I said, there's a big one coming. Big one.
Yeah, dude, we still got to do your Galaxy's Edge pickups for sure.
Oh, actually, there's one other thing. But I'll document it. So, I picked up the last couple of parts for my AT-AT restoration, the vintage, not the vintage, but the Power of the Force 2 AT-AT restoration. So, all the parts or pieces is in. So, in the next week or so, I should have that video wrapped up, the restoration of the AT-AT, and that's really cool. So. Yeah, what a cool gift that was. That was one of my mystery boxes. My buddy from college sent me this Power of the Force 2 AT-AT. It was missing a few pieces and needed some work. And wait do you see that? That looks really good.
That was a cool video too. Out of the blue unboxing.
Yeah, that's wild.
So I guess I'll just rifle off through the rest of my little recent pickups real quick.
Yeah.
I did pick up. They had these for sale. They even went even lower. Got this for R46DO for $10 and the Night Owl for 15. This is now like $10. The Night Owl, man.
Where?
On Walmart. $10
Wow.
for both of these right now.
Wow.
Hyper, don't buy this one.
No.
Don't buy that one.
Oh, don't buy that one. Okay.
Don't buy that one. But now, if you want to buy this, if you want to pick this one up, you're good. But don't buy the other Jordan.
Right. Okay. All right.
Okay. So next up, I want to save my favorite pickup for last, and then I'll get into the giveaways for you guys. This is I want to do something to kind of help like improve the show and enhance the podcast that we have here. About to reach 500 subscribers. Hyper is not far behind me at all. I just feel like we're both growing at an exponential rate, very organically, thanks to all of y'all. And wanted to try to put a little more money into my channel and try to take it a little more, I say this loosely, serious. This is an outlet meant for us to be fun and talk about Star Wars, but I picked up this nice little $40 mic to do this show with, and I really like it. Y'all seem to like how it sounds too. Very inexpensive mic. Like I said, $40. It's got a mute button on the top. Blah. Sorry, I just want to be extra. My bad. I'll quit being. But man, it's got some really nice. You can tilt it and stuff however you want to. It's got some side. It's a really nice little microphone for $40. It's got a. I did a little test on my laptop here and did a little recording in StreamYard here, and I felt like it had a really decent, crisp sound to it. But I like that y'all said it sounded good earlier. So if you do videos and you're looking for something to do voiceovers with, or if you're wanting to start a podcast, whatever the fuck you want to do, this is a really good, nice mic. It's on sale for $40. I think it's usually 50 or 60. So if you
have to pick up one of those,
I think you'd like it, Hyper. I think you'd like it, man. $40, and I kind of like. I was gonna get a boom arm so I could be like Joe Rogan and like pull it like. So Jamie, pull us up. Hyper, can you pull us up? But I figured for now it's kind of small. It doesn't take up a whole lot of space on your shelf when you're already showing off figgies and stuff like that. But pretty good deal, man. Y'all seem to think it sounds pretty good, but I would Hyper. You have to get one because it's literally called the Hyper X.
All right, seriously,
You have to get one now, man. Now, last stop for pickups, and then we'll get into some quick Black Series news and some giveaways. But this is, I've actually already recorded my top 10 Black Series figures of 2024. I've got it all edited. I'm really proud of. I've watched it a couple of times, like 2 or 3 times. It's about 33 minutes. I'm really proud of the video. I feel like I did a really good job with it, and it's really fun. I hope y'all will check it out. I
also recorded mine, and it's 2 minutes and 13 seconds. No, I'm just kidding.
How do you do that? I was like, there's no fucking way, bro. There's no way.
Right.
But I try to keep it under 30 minutes, but I kept it right at 33. That's like my lucky number. That's me and my wife's favorite number. But that being said, this is my favorite pickup, and this made it in my. And I'm not going to tell you what number it made it in my top 10, but this figure did make it in my top 10. This is a super last-minute, unexpected release of 2024. This is a Skeleton Crew figure, and Brutus. This was my latest pickup. This is my favorite Treat Yourself figure or edition. This figure, dude, you don't get any fucking cooler than this right here. I'm so passionate about this figure. It is like, it's a werewolf space pirate. It is literally Star Wars at its fucking core. It's pure glup shitto. Like alien badassery, man. And like me and my brother, we've always loved me and my brother have always been fans of pirates and wolves. Wolves one of our favorite animals. And so a fucking werewolf pirate, I just cannot get over this figure. Sculpting is amazing. As you can see, there's so much texture on this figure. Articulation is fucking sweet as hell. 5 blasters, all covered in paint. All 5 blasters have paint on them. It just doesn't get any fucking cooler than this, man. And the sculpting on the hair, the ears. This is a Lax Sevrak, or Brian, if you're still in chat, what's the other? There's some speculation where
a Shistavanen.
That's a Shistavanen. So some people say it's a lot of fans say it's the same species, it's just different names. But then there are that minute few that say there are two different species. Like there's a wolf man and then the hyena man. But I believe he is more so based off the hyena man. But a lot of people have referred to him as a Lax Sivrak. But
so
love it.
So I have been waiting. I think we talked about it one time before, but that figure is a 10 out of 10 from the waist up for me. Tell me what
does it? Is it the boots? And because there's no werewolf feet?
Right. That's the one. Yep. That's the one. So I don't know why, because in the cantina we never see the werewolf feet. But in the Clone Wars, especially in the 2D Clone Wars, we do see the legs. And he definitely has dog or wolf legs. They've got the hawk on them and the paws and everything. And so in my head, I'm like, I cannot get past that they did this. So, I don't think it's the lazy way out. I just think it was that they forgot that exists in the universe.
Yeah.
So
he should have had wolf feet.
He should have had wolf feet
instead of the boots. Yeah. He's
an awesome character. He really is cool. I just wish that they did that. So it brings it down. An A+ character, an A+ figure every day. But in my book, because they didn't do it, he's like a C+. So that's just my own take on it. But I totally get if people don't care about that and I'm on my own little island here, that's fine. I get it. But that's how I view the character or the figure.
One thing that bums me out is like the paint on this figure is awesome, but why didn't they paint his claws? Why are his nails not painted?
Right. Like they took it all the way. Except
that's why I put him where I put him on my list, and you'll see when I upload my video this coming week. But why, dude? Just a little. Y'all couldn't put a speck of black paint on the nails. That would have. God, man, that's literally this figure was so close to perfection for me. Other than the boots and then the nails not being painted, but
yeah,
God, man,
yeah.
Troy says the quote. Thank you very much, Troy. That means a lot to me. I've been trying to work on getting better as a reviewer and a YouTuber, man. I appreciate that, dude. That sounds weird to call myself a YouTuber, but I guess we are YouTubers, ain't we, Hyper?
I guess so. I guess if that's what they're calling them,
Yeah. I've never really.
I'm a shitty YouTuber, but it's a YouTuber nonetheless.
That is not fucking true. I disagree, man. I think your videos are getting better too, and I think you're going to continue to get better as well. I love your videos, man. I enjoy them a lot, man.
Thank you, man. I love doing them. I'm it's hard to learn the new technology. Like I work on a computer all day long and I'm a whiz at like office stuff, because I'm a manager in my nursing office. I'm a clinical nursing manager, so I know how to do all the nursing stuff. But then I get onto this and I'm like, how do I add graphics? How do I do this? And I'm learning, and 2025 is the year I bring it along and make it look really good. So I want my graphics and my content to be as quality as the work I'm trying to document, So it's coming. So
I think you're going to get there, dude. I think your videos are awesome.
Oh, thanks, man. Thank you.
Howrunner, definitely nice to know. I at first I was talking to my wife about this. I was like, the other figures are cool and I'm really liking the show, but like, do I really want a bunch of figures of kids? And then I don't know, man. I've rewatched every episode of Skeleton Crew so far at least 3 times, or no, the third episode twice, not 3 times, but I've watched the first 2 episodes 3 times already. I'm not shitting you. I am really having a good time watching this fucking show. It feels like Star Wars to me. And it's been since The Mandalorian in 19. It's been since that long since it's really felt like Star Wars again to me, man.
Is it as good as Ahsoka?
Dude, I think it's better. And I fucking love Ahsoka. I love Ahsoka. She's one of my favorite characters. In 2008 on Cartoon Network, everybody said she was annoying as fuck. I loved her character.
Yeah, I've always liked her. Yeah.
I think Skeleton Crew is better, man. And it hurts to say that. You can come into it with no expectation, Whereas like Ahsoka is like, it's basically like a Rebel season 5. Like you kind of need to. There's some things that you need that are nice to know. You can start Ahsoka without knowing shit, but there are some things that are nice to know that give good context.
Right.
Otherwise, you're like, if you're a brand new Star Wars fan and you're seeing Ahsoka, other than the Mandalorian, you're like, wait, who's this chick? Or like, who is Sabine? Who's this Mandalorian? Like, who are these people? They see this mural with Ezra and Zeb. Like, they don't know who these people are because they've never watched. Like a casual fan is not going to be able to get as into it from the start as Skeleton Crew.
Right.
You know, it's just But I think I will end up picking up. Dude, I have to have Neil. He's cute as shit and he's funny. These kid actors have done a fantastic job with their roles, man. I think they did a really good job casting these kids. So I think I am going to pick up some other figures in the wave.
So right after the Patriots game tomorrow, I'm sitting down and I'm watching all the episodes. So I will weigh in on this. I was trying to do it the other night and work out way too busy and I couldn't do it. So I'm sitting down tomorrow night, Sunday night, and my wife is off Cape tomorrow. She's going to be away all day doing some training. So I'm like, great, perfect. Right. So, like put it on. Right. So it's going to be great. I'm excited about it. So, and everybody. So I will say at Disney World right now, everybody's talking Skeleton Crew. Like everybody seems to love this show across the board. So,
hell yeah, Zero.
Yeah.
Everybody loves the figure and the show, it seems like. Shistevian, yeah. Same as a lot. So, yeah. See, Brian's in the same boat as me, that it's the same species, just a slight variation with like, because some people think it's different, like it's a hyena and dog, like they're two different. I'm kind of like they're interchangeable. Like, dude, even George Lucas, he calls Dooku Doku, and in the behind the scenes on the DVDs for the prequels, he calls he is mispronouncing shit. I think that's the nature of Star Wars. Like, even sometimes in the movies, they kind of mispronounce. Like, and it also depends on how the actor. Real world explanation is the actor read it in a different. They pronounced it differently than off the script than somebody else did. But in real world, like it's potato, potato, tomato, tomato. There's different origins and ethnicities in Star Wars, and like in real life with different dialects of and like slang and shit. Why couldn't there be that in Star Wars? You know?
So I want Brian's official opinion on should he have the hawk legs? Should he have the hawked canine legs?
Yeah. What do you think, Brian and chat? I feel like
Brian, what do you think, man? Yeah.
I feel like Brutus should have. I mean, they already went so far with practical effects, and that's another thing about Skeleton Crew, man, is the practical effects in that, getting to see the puppetry again, and even the bits of CGI that are in there are very well done.
Yeah.
It's not dark and muddy and gloomy where you can't see shit. I feel like, man, that would have, if Brutus had werewolf leg, like wolf legs, it would have been just made it top notch, man.
Yeah. Yeah, man. I absolutely adore the figure. I really do. I'm just being weird about it, and I'm just for the purposes of continuity, I just feel like it needed that. But it's a freaking awesome looking figure for sure. Is he in any of the first 3 episodes, or is he going to be like, has he been introduced yet?
You talking about Brutus?
Yeah.
Yeah, he was in the first episode in the opening. And, dude, it was so cool, man. I don't want to say too much because I don't know who all's watched it or not.
Okay.
But, I don't want to spoil it for anybody. And, Troy, that's actually something we were going to talk about in Black Series News. SM33 is Pipeline. And I feel like played by Nick Frost. I feel like he does the job very well. He's funny, man. I feel like it's very good. I feel like everybody in the shows is really, like, taking their role seriously. And the people who have written the script have like actually put the thought into the characters in the show as well. It's apparent.
Yeah.
Skeleton Crew is totally refreshing, chaotic, 100%. Sabine having the Force in Ahsoka was kind of I know the Force resides in all living beings, but like we didn't really get any backstory to how long did Sabine train with Ahsoka? Did she ever get close to her potential? Because Hu Yang straight up tells her, he's like, yeah, of all the people I've trained tens of thousands of Jedi in my thousands of years of being alive, and you're among the least best to be a Jedi. Like he straight up told her that. And then all of a sudden, which under dire stress, she was trying to get Ezra on the Star Destroyer. I guess it is possible she was able to access it, but it did kind of like, I was kind of like, about that part as well, Brian. Oh, damn, dude. Lord Sosa, it's really good. I think you would like it, man. It's really fun.
All right, Lord Sosa, you and we got to watch it tomorrow.
Yeah, dude, y'all got it. Dude, and now you have 3 episodes to watch. I promise you're going to watch all 3 back to back. I promise you.
I'm going to need something uplifting after the Patriots lose tomorrow anyways. So this is perfect timing, right? Like, so, yeah. So.
Zero, that's a good point, too. Lando does mispronounce Han's name. That's right. Han,
right, yeah.
Call him Han instead of Han. I feel like that's a really cool addition to Star Wars. I kind of like that.
And don't forget, Luke also says that the Empire might trace the robots to Uncle Owen and Aunt Beru. The robots, not droids.
That's right. Yep.
He says robot. So there are misnomers along the way.
Yeah.
Yeah. I always thought that really stood out. Because they make such a point of calling them droids, not robots. And then Mark Hamill drops a robots right in the middle of it. And it just seems so out of place in the context of all that we know that is Star Wars. It just, nobody ever calls them robots, So.
Did y'all know that George Lucas said the Star Wars movies are from the perspective of R2-D2, and it's supposedly R2-D2 that does the beginning narrative of the words on screen? R2-D2 is the most important Star Wars character ever. I mean, he is literally he was there from the beginning with Anakin, and that one part in Revenge of the Sith before Anakin leaves the Mustafar to strike down the Trade Federation, like Alliance or whatever. R2 walks up to Anakin's starfighter, and C-3PO is like, where have y'all been, or what's going on? Because the Jedi Temple was just on fire. Order 66 just commenced. And R2's beeping and booping, and he said R2's C-3PO kind of says, like, stay quiet. Like, I think there was some speculation that he was talking about, like, he was basically telling 3PO, like, yo, Anakin is off his fucking rocker. Like, he just kind of like, telling 3PO what was going on. And then there was another part where C-3PO asked, when was this? It was like, what's going on, or something like that. And then like R2-D2 in the novelization or something, R2-D2 supposedly beeped and booped back to 3PO that, I don't know, Anakin doesn't talk to me anymore. It's like a sad moment because like,
I
was like, that's the thing about the novelizations, is they really get into the minute details of like the movies. What the movies didn't really capture or explore more. The novels go way in deeper detail. Like you get into the thoughts of Anakin, Obi-Wan, Palpatine. Like the novels are really great. I haven't read them all, but I've just read like certain excerpts from examples,
So episode 1 and episode 2 novelizations are spectacular. So like the first, it's almost like a prologue in episode 1, the novelization. Anakin meets a space pilot. It starts out with young Anakin on Tatooine, and he meets a spacer. Yeah. And he talks about how he wants to go fly around. And this is the beginning of episode 1 in the novelization, which of course is completely omitted from the movie. But I thought it was such a great opening. It was a great way to introduce young Anakin.
I agree.
And it was you remember that part?
Yep.
That was cool. And then in Attack of the Clones, the novelization of Attack of the Clones might be the best novelization of any of the Star Wars books, because it gets into Dooku and the Lost 12 and really explains so much that I enjoyed Attack of the Clones as a movie, but the book is like, man, that's really filling in a lot of the gaps. It gets much more into Cypher Dyas. It gets much more into where Dooku's coming from, and really, I highly recommend that one.
Chris G, what's up, buddy? Man, like, and even in Attack of the Clones, they could have had a whole scene where if you look in the Jedi Hall in the archives, they have like the stone statues of Jedi. They were Lost 12, and Dooku's bus is up there, and everyone's looking at it. And Joe Costa is like, "Is there anything I can help you with, Master Kenobi?" And he's like, telling her he wants information or whatever, and she's basically talking about the Lost 12, and she's like, yes, Master Dooku was a talented, and she's talking. It's literally a whole scene. God, I wish it was in Attack of the Clones because it gives so much context to Dooku. Because then when you first see him, when Obi-Wan gets captured, you're just like, who's this old dude? You don't really know how powerful he is until we see him face off against Yoda, you know?
Right. Yeah, I agree. And so that would be, we have to start a book club, you know, like we gotta, like there's all these things we gotta do.
That would be fucking rad, man. I need to finish up Dark Disciple, man. I started that shit like fucking 4 months ago, and it's a really good fucking book, and I just haven't been able. I feel like a book club would be fun, man. Yeah.
Oh yeah, I just read Heir to the Empire again throughout the last couple of months, and which is just an absolute banger of a book, man. I highly recommend the Thrawn trilogy, and I highly recommend Shadows of the Empire.
Hell yeah, dude.
You know, maybe we'll do that on my channel. Maybe I'll be the looks at books with hyperdrive, you know, or something like that.
Cool, yeah, fuck yeah, dude. I could
hyperdrive doing that. Coffee club. Yeah,
coffee club. I like it.
So yeah. So
Chris G, I did see those Commando. We were just talking about that earlier, man. Walmart's got an insane sale on figures right now, man.
Oh, hey, speaking of Black Series news, I know this has been controversial. I absolutely love the Shadows of the Empire 2-pack. I know we're getting Boosh again.
No, Hyper.
Oh yeah. I'm
fucking with you.
I love I have such I'm very nostalgic for the Luke in the Red Guard. That's a great old Power of the Force 2 figure. And I love the new interpretation of it. I know we're getting Boosh again, which kind of sucks. They ought to have just put Luke in the line as a single release, but that red armor, man, I'm a sucker for it. Looks beautiful.
They are gonna miss out so much on sales because they repaint. Now, granted, it's a new Bausch helmet and the face. It's a totally new face sculpt and photoreal applied.
Yeah.
But like, they even photoshopped the fucking pictures of the figure to be pinless. Like they were getting people actually thought that we were getting new legs, and it's not.
No, I know.
The same old shortened archive leg, which is fine, but it's like so many people want that red colored Luke Skywalker because of the 3 3/4 inch version that they had when they were a kid. And now y'all locked it behind this fucking figure that sits at Ollie's for $8-10. It is literally rotting at Ollie's and nobody's buying them. But yet y'all put that in. It would have sold so much better had they just single released it with the Heir to the Empire card back. And I'm not even an Heir to the Empire fan. I'm not going to say I'm not a fan, but I'm not knowledgeable about it. But like, that is literally the trilogy with Prince Caesar and like Luke and Leia against Thrawn and all that. It's like, that is some of the coolest Legends shit that they're starting to pull from now with Ahsoka and everything.
Right.
Like, because Ahsoka and Sabine are in another galaxy. So who is Thrawn in the galaxy with? Luke fucking Skywalker.
Right.
I feel like they're really setting it up for that direction. And I feel like whatever Thrawn is doing is kind of maybe going to lead into like the first thing, maybe like the first building blocks of the First Order. And then everything they're doing with Atten, maybe that's like, maybe they have something to do with funding the First Order underneath the New Republic's noses. I don't know, man. But it's I don't know, man.
Well, it was a huge swing and miss with Boosh. The Luke Skywalker, I don't understand it. Just put it in a single pack, and you know, everybody would buy that figure if it were single. You know, every single person, every collector, because everybody loves Luke. The red armor is boss. You know,
Chaotic Cloud's got a good point here. I forgot about that. Doesn't Lando wear that armor too? I don't know Heir of the Empire like that. Doesn't Lando wear that armor too?
So it's actually Shadows of the Empire, and I've read that book. So remember, Shadows of the Empire is two very distinct. There are two very distinct Shadows of the Empire. There's the novel, and then there's the video game. And so, in Shadows of the Empire, the video game, Boba Fett plays a big role.
Yeah.
In Shadows of the Empire, the video game, Luke Skywalker wears the red armor. In the novelization, in the novel, Luke does not wear the armor. Boba Fett is not in the book. And the book doesn't suffer at all from Boba Fett's absence. But they know what they're doing. Boba Fett, every time you put Boba Fett on something, it sells. So they put him in the video game as sort of a character, a playable character, which is fine. But he's not actually in the story itself.
Yeah.
So the red armor was a really cool look for Luke. In the video game, I believe Lando wears it. Luke and Lando work together in the book, but Luke is in his black Jedi outfit with his Hoth vest on.
Yeah.
Well, actually, he's in Shadows of the Empire, the novel. It suggests that he is wearing his black Jedi tunics.
Okay.
It doesn't say so. On the cover of the book and on the cover of the comics, he also has like that quilted Hoth vest over it. It never says it in the book, but it's a cool look and it's fine.
Yeah.
But it also specifies that he does have a green lightsaber, which is really cool. So, so that's cool. Lando and Luke work together. They never wear the red armor in the book, but they do in the video game.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Something else that I wanted to the Kelnaka figure as well. Which one more thing about the red armored Luke Skywalker is they use the Return of the Jedi head for it, and it just looks way too small. Which I know that armor is bulkier, but like man, it looks really tiny. It looks off proportion wise on the figure, and maybe that's just the armor. I don't know.
It might have something to do with the removable helmet too. Does he have a remove? Yeah. So sometimes they do that, but.
But yeah, dude, the Kelnaka figure that we were talking about a couple weeks ago, we finally got revealed, and man, it looks hyper. Me and you were talking about this. Is that them being kind of the arms are new, but like the legs seem to be based off that Kelnaka, or I'm sorry, not Kelnaka, the Black Chrysanthemum base body. Is that like me and you were kind of talking? Is that going to be the new direction that they go with? Like, are they going to give us some generic Wookiees on this body? The new Chewbacca that's rumored.
Oh yeah, please. Like, I'm happy for the Kelnaka figure, but I'm most happy that they are using this for the Wookiee of the future. So, like, I'm going to buy the Kelnaka figure because I love Wookiees and Jedis, but this is Tarful. This is the Wookiee warrior. This is, I feel like that's what we can expect from it, and yeah, hell yeah, go.
It looks really good, man. Like I said, that Kelnaka body is a lot of fun, especially for people. I haven't done it to mine yet, but if you pop the shoulders off, the butterfly joints are very limited. You can't shoulder his rifle, but if you pop the arms off, you can take those spacers out, and you can really get a lot more. I haven't done it to mine yet, but I've seen a lot of people do it.
Oh, wow. Okay.
That being said, man, I think it's a great looking sculpt. I loved Black Chrysanthemum. He was in my top 10 for 2023.
Oh, I love the character too. Yeah.
Sculpt is just really good. There was some they didn't have the scar. They could have done a really nice pinkish red fleshy tone for the scar over his eye that you got from Obi-Wan. The figure didn't have that. The front had a very nice light gray wash on the hair. Yeah. The back was non-existent, which was kind of a letdown, but I guess you're going to have it facing. You're not going to see the back of the figure when you display it, I guess. So they were like, we'll save the paint. But it would have been nice to get it all over the figure, that's for sure. But
yeah, for sure.
I think Kelnaka looks awesome. We've seen leaks of his lightsaber, then seen leaks of his lower body, so that it's cool to finally see the promo images. And he's even got the shaved head, and he's got a lot of. I was watching Out of the Basement stream a couple Sundays ago, and a lot of people didn't even realize that he had a shaved head with tattoos.
Yeah.
People were like, oh, I had no idea he was even bald or whatever. I was like, I thought that was interesting because he's even got cool tattoos on his head too, man.
Yeah, it's a great figure, I think. Yeah.
But now that being said, earlier I was really shit talk. I was giving you shit for liking the Shadows of the Empire 2-pack. That being said, there are people like you who are going to have your opinion and they're excited for it regardless. That's just me being just thinking of it from my aspect. I really feel like they should have single packed that Luke, like we already said. But it was for Shadows of the Empire. It's cool that they're doing these EU 2-packs and characters. That's pretty cool to get some EU shit.
Yeah, yeah.
Magus, dude, he's a desk figgy. I did not even play Knights of the Old Republic, and I love this figure right here, dude.
Yeah, oh yeah.
He's literally Vader if he was a power lifter or something, like on
Right.
steroids.
Yeah,
Even though
exactly.
Vader would probably demolish him, but that Knights of the Old Republic, KOTOR Legends stuff. I feel like what I still don't have, I need is a fucking single release Star Killer. I love Force Unleashed. I've had my pre-order from Big Bad literally since like December of last year. It is literally over a year. I'm pretty sure that I've had my pre-order for single release Star Killer.
Yeah.
It's kind of crazy. And like I've seen him in that I think it was the Hasbro Pulse exclusive with the 2 stormtroopers and all the different
Right.
I seen him drop down to like 80, 90, but I just still couldn't pull a trigger on it, man. I really want it. I really want Star Killer on my shelf, but like I don't know. I just couldn't do it yet. And I don't know.
I want the single release one too. I'm always going to pick a single release over a double pack just because I like the way the boxes line up, you know?
Hell yeah, dude. Yeah. Yep. And there was another figure there was something else. It was Cal Naka, the Shadows of the Empire 2-pack, and then there was some other figure that we were getting a look at too. I wanted to talk about. I forget what it was. I was going to look on.
What came out?
I'm trying to think of what I might have sent it to you, but I can't remember now.
I feel like well,
Chad, is that everything that came out? I can't remember.
Shadows 2-pack, Kelnaka,
Shadows 2-pack. I'm looking on Yak Face right now. All Skeleton Crews are in stock at Entertainment Earth. Masters of the 2-pack or Black Series Masters of Evil 3-pack. So that's Grievous, Vader, and Thrawn. That 3-pack arrived to Amazon. It is in stock. And then what is this? Got the new exclusive. Yeah, so got the 2-pack for Shadows of the Empire, Luke and Leia. Vintage Collection, I think, is getting looks like Sabayoth, Thrawn, and Admiral Yularen, it looks like. So that's pretty cool.
Yeah, all right. I pick up that one. Yeah.
And I think that might have been it. I think that was it for Black Series. And I thought there was something else. Cal Naka's up for pre-order. Obviously, a couple of weeks ago, the beginning of December, he went up for pre-order. He is one more thing we could talk about Cal Naka. How does everybody feel about Cal Naka being deluxe?
That's just what you're going to get with a Wookiee, I think. You know, I mean, I mean, so they're gonna upcharge you for a Wookiee, but also make Yoda or Grogu $25 too. So
I think you're having a Pelion, not Yularen. My bad.
Yeah, Pelion. That's right.
Pelion, that's right. My fault.
I feel like every time they package a Grogu for $25 or Yoda for $25, they should keep Kelnaka $25 to make up for it. You know what I mean? Because it just seems wrong to do that. But
yeah,
this is how it is.
It's kind of weird too because Troy's got a good point. All the paint, and this is a brand new sculpt head to toe, and this wasn't deluxe, so
right.
It's kind of weird. I don't know.
Right.
That's a good point, man.
Yeah. No, I think that Hasbro has a formula, and we all know the formula by now, and that is, you know, if there's a Boba Fett tax, there's a Wookiee tax, you know, there's seemingly like a Luke Skywalker tax. Yeah.
Yep. And yeah, Luke Skywalker, every ARC Trooper has been like $27 or something. Boba Fett tax, ARC Trooper tax, Luke Skywalker tax. There's always like those certain characters that they kind of notch on a little bit more because they know people are going to buy that shit.
Right. Like Paz Vizsla, we've had 115 repack Paz Vizsla, and it keeps going up. It's like, you know, I've never, and they never come down. They never come down on it. They're just sitting there. And, you know, I don't know.
I've never seen them drop under 25, and I'm like, y'all put them on sale for $15-$20. I don't know, man. It's a good figure. I know it's slightly inaccurate because of the way the hose goes up to the rifle, to his machine blaster or whatever. But real quick, Waso, thank you for joining us tonight, buddy. I hope if you're still
So take care, man.
have a good
Hey,
night, man. All the way from Germany, Waso's joining us. He's a trooper, man. And 15 people in chat. Thank you all for hanging out with us tonight. If you haven't already, it would be greatly appreciated if you drop us a like. If you haven't already, greatly appreciated. And Chris G, the cutscenes for the Old Republic games, it is. I want a Star Wars movie in that animation style. Those are some of the most
it's awesome.
beautiful, smooth fight scenes ever, man. So cool.
Hey, Stone, we're past 3 hours. You want to do the giveaways? You want to?
Yeah. Let's talk about the giveaways, man. The last thing, the figures SM33 being pipeline, that's an instant pickup for me. And I don't know if anybody saw the TVC 3-pack. I think Zero was asking about it. Where was it? I think it was further down. Zero, I seen you ask about that TVC 3-pack, the Shadows of the Empire, or the Heir to the Empire. I forget which one it was. I think it's fine. We're getting this. Yeah, they are including the robes with the deluxe release, so that's pretty. That's cool too. They get a little more sweeten the deal a little bit. That's for sure. Those bastards, the Wookiee tax, they know what they're doing. 100%. All right. So, y'all, 14 people in here. Like I said earlier, we appreciate all of you spending the time with us tonight and hanging out. It means a lot to us. We always have a good fucking time. But I wanted to get into some giveaways, and I'm about to reach 500 subscribers, so I'm going to do a separate giveaway, just a rant, like a general channel membership, like a channel giveaway. But these specifically, I would like to do one day soon. We're going to do like a specific live stream and just do a giveaway stream, and like we'll have like a little wheel. We'll spin it. Everybody that's in chat, got a comment in chat, need to be subbed to me and Hyper's channel, need to have an Instagram so we can communicate with y'all on how to get it y'all's prize to y'all. And obviously need to be 18 years old. Everybody here is over 18. But I feel like I need to say that because YouTube is weird. But that being said, I do have some giveaways. And the first thing I wanted to show off, and this is specifically for my channel, for reaching 500 subscribers, I'm going to be giving away this Micro Galaxy Ghost to somebody. Really excited. This is a little thank you from me and everybody else for just helping me grow my channel, man. It just happened very organically and naturally, and I'm appreciative for that. It's been a lot of fun.
That's a great prize, dude.
I think people. I just feel like it's like I said, just a little thank you from me, man. I feel like it's kind of putting money into the channel, into the show, you know.
Yeah, right.
Now these next ones, that's for my channel only. These next ones are all going to be done on our live stream whenever me and Hyper work that out. Like I said, probably we'll do it sometime after Christmas, after everything's settled down a little bit. Do it in the new year. We'll do like a New Year giveaway or something like that. But I will be giving a second ghost away to everybody. So like I said, you need to be anybody that's in chat. So like, say if we were doing this shit tonight, everybody that's in chat right now, I will write your name down into a wheel, and I'll get like I'll do it on my phone or a tablet, and I'll spin it live on the camera so y'all can see it. I'm not gonna do no fuck shit or nothing, and I think it'll be really, really fun, man. Everybody's excited.
Where are you finding them,
dude? So Walmart's sale is $15. Hyper.
You got to be kidding me.
$15 fucking dollars, and I was just like, dude, I need to jump on this now because this is just a great way for me to like. This is a $60 fucking retail ship, you know?
Oh yeah.
And I would do that as a giveaway, but I would not be able to do it like this quite as much just yet. But like,
right, yeah.
I just feel like it's for $15, man. I feel like I had to do something. Like I said, I just really wanted to like do something special for all everybody. I wanted to do something really special, man. Oh, and Howrunner is saying it's sold out now. I believe it, man.
Yeah, I believe
they might have overproduced these, and you know, with companies and warehouses. I've worked in a warehouse environment my entire life, pretty much. You get certain stock and it's taking up certain space. You're sitting on it. You want to get it out of the warehouse, and I think they might have had a lot of this. I think they just overproduced it or something because from $60 to $15.
Yeah, that's huge.
That's insane.
75% off. Yeah, right.
Yeah. So got two of these that I will be giving away to y'all. Super excited. One of these will be on the live stream. Next up, I picked up another one of these. I'm going to be giving away. Yeah, here we go. Oh shit! I'm almost. Fuck! I'll go ahead and show it. Hyper, this is for you, buddy. This is going to be. I went out. Yeah, this is for you, man. $10 right now, man. Just I had to grab it for you, dude. I grabbed myself one as well.
I don't have that one. That's awesome.
Even better.
Oh my god, I don't have it. Yeah.
I was hoping if you did have it, you could at least just customize it or something.
I'm so psyched. That's awesome.
Now I can't show you anything else you're getting. That's it. That's it. So then these are also 2 giveaways we'll be doing. I have a Mandalorian Night Owl and another R46DO. So these will be eligible for the giveaway as well. Super excited to get these to y'all. And if you win something like 2 of our other supporters in chat, which Timbo has already left chat, but Timbo and Brian, or Gen X Brian, we have actually sent them 2 figures courtesy of Hyperdrive Collections, and so they can vouch for us. They actually got their figures. We sent them. Hyper sent them to them. Hyper also actually has 2 Death Watch Mandos that he will be customizing for future giveaways as well. So y'all be on the lookout for that. We're just trying to give a little incentive to get new people to come, and as well just kind of give back to you regulars that show up all the time.
So Stone, can I unsubscribe and then subscribe so I can qualify? Does that work that way?
For you, I think I'll make an exception, my friend.
Nice.
Don't worry, I got a little gift basket coming to you, my friend.
Oh my god. Right on.
And this is insane. This was already on a really good discount for $31. I got the Captain Enoch and Night Trooper set for $35 when it went on sale at Walmart. This went on sale for $20, and I actually just bought 2 more for more giveaways and maybe for my nephew. Got this for $20. It just dropped down to $13.
What?
$13 on Walmart right now, dude.
I'm buying a couple of those.
13 fucking bro, custom Night Troopers, man.
I know, right? Wow.
This will be for a giveaway. Like I said, this will be going to one of y'all. And so just like going through rifling off everything real quick. We have the Captain Enoch and Night Trooper 2-pack, R46DO, Mandalorian Night Owl right here. And we have 2 ghosts, not one, but we got 2 ghosts right here. So I am really excited to give back to all of you. And just a little thank you from me and Hyper, man. It's a lot of fun doing this show. And I look forward to seeing both of our channels grow in the future, man. But
you're like a skinny Santa Claus, man.
I try, man. I know if I'd gotten these a couple months ago, I might be able to play the part, dude.
Right.
Yeah, but that's the only bad thing, dude, is like Walmart's good on Walmart. It's kind of crazy. It's kind of disrespectful to people like us who pay and pre-order at first and pay full price, and then not even a month later, they literally give it a 50% fucking discount. It does suck.
Yeah, right. I know.
Yeah, Street Cock 2-pack is $21 right now, man. $21.
I gotta pick that up. Yeah. Okay. All right.
It's almost too cheap to not buy.
Right.
Like, it's too cheap to not get, honestly, man.
Right. Yeah.
Gerardo Rodriguez, never seen your name in chat before, buddy. Thanks for joining us tonight and hanging out.
So much.
He said he just ordered 3 ghost ships. I don't blame you, dude. For $15, man, $15 fucking dollars. That's
and you could customize them. You could do whatever you want with them. Shoot them with a BB gun for that price.
Yeah, dude. Like, you can make a diorama, like fucking shred through it with a shredder and have a fucking fucked up ghost.
Right.
Yeah. Pick it up at full price, but I'm not upset. That's the thing, man, is I don't mind paying full price because it supports the line and I'm cool with it. And if you want it bad enough, that's all that matters, is if it makes you happy and you like it.
Right. Right.
Troy, order 2 and return 1 with your old receipt. Yeah, I know, right? When it goes back up to $60, go back and return it.
Right. Oh, that's good. I like that.
I'm excited to get all these to y'all, man. So we will try to do that sometime after Christmas. We'll do a cool live stream giveaway, and so that's 1, 2, 3, 4 people, and maybe more, depending on what else comes in that time. That's at least 4 people that will be winning something in one stream. So I think that'll be a really fun show.
Well, and just for the record, so when my box of loot comes from Galaxy's Edge this week, we're gonna do the live unboxing, like a streamed unboxing of it, and I also purchased something for my own channel to give away or for the live stream. It doesn't matter, either one. So we'll just kind of it's Christmas time. Let's just give some stuff away, you know?
Yeah, dude.
So, yeah. So,
Hell yeah, man.
all right, we'll do it up for sure. So,
Well, Hyper, how are you feeling, buddy? We were at 3 hours and 15 minutes.
I know. I actually, I'm probably going to have to call it myself. I'm going to have to get some sleep soon. So,
I understand, man. I
I got to
totally.
drive to the airport tomorrow. So, yeah.
Oh, do you really, man?
Yeah. Well, my sister's still at Disney. I left her. I said goodbye to her on Monday, and she's been there. Oh my God, she's been there 10 days now. So, but I got to pick her up. So, yeah, but that's an early. She's taking a red eye back. So, yeah, it's an early day for old Hyper tomorrow. So,
Yeah, I got you, man.
yeah, but hey guys, thank you so much for this is a good one. This is a really good one.
Yeah, this
So,
is cool, man.
yeah.
So yeah, y'all try to take advantage of those Walmart sales right now. I'm excited to get. Me and Hyper are both excited to do these giveaways for y'all, and just be on the lookout for that. More details to come. This is a really fun episode, man. We appreciate everybody coming and hanging out with us tonight. It was a really good time.
And I promise to everyone that I am back now,
This
fully
is the way.
committed to doing the dioramas and the customs. I now have a major project behind me. My wife is happy, and she has given me permission to return to my regular scheduled customs and things. So I'm really looking forward to getting back into all of that and finishing up some of the projects I started 3 months ago. So,
Oh yeah, man. I'm
That'll
looking
be
forward to
coming
seeing
soon.
you.
yeah. So,
Yeah, so I mean, like I said, I'm probably gonna be taking a little break from posting as much because I know I've been posting like pretty much every day or every other day reviews and stuff. I'm gonna take a little break, and this week, probably Monday morning, I will upload my top 10 video of top 10 Black Series figures of 2024 Monday morning. So if you could all check that out, I'd very much appreciate it so much. And that will probably be my last video I upload until after the new year, most likely. I'm not gonna say definitely because I might get a little hair at my ass and do a little review, but because I just have a good time doing it. But if y'all could check that out, I would very much appreciate it. I'm very proud of the video. I had fun filming it, and I'm proud of the top 10. It was fun. It was fun.
well,
But,
we all know when your 14 McFarlane figures come next week, you'll be.
dude, I think you've kind of pulled me in the. I pulled you in the micro galaxy rabbit hole. I think you've pulled me in the McFarlane hole.
Yeah,
so.
you did. I know. We're bad for each other, man. Seriously,
Dude, hey man, it's that good. What do they call Steve Perry and or not Steve Perry, Steven Tyler and Joe Perry?
Oh, Steven. Yeah, exactly. Right. Exactly.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. I think things are going sideways for Steve Tyler these days, but we won't get into that.
Yeah. But had Zero said had fun finding you guys. I'll be back for sure. Thank you, man. I'm glad you found us too, man. Looking forward to you.
Thank you very much. Thank you to all the new people. We've had a few new people, a few new names.
Yeah. Like I said, if y'all haven't yet, hit that like button. Very much appreciate it. Hyper Show. This is the way, everybody. It's been fun, everyone. Until next time, may the force be with you. Saying bye to everybody. Merry Christmas. Yep. Our next one will probably be on the 30th. So we will see y'all after Christmas on the 30th. Saturday, like I said, we're going to start doing maybe one day we'll start doing weekly, but for now, every 2 weeks. So join us again on December 30th, Saturday, 8 p.m. Eastern time here on my YouTube. And yeah, man, good stream, guys. Thank you, Brian. Thanks for joining us.
Hey, we just found out we did my sister did the DNA test, and turns out we have a lot of Jewish family members. So happy Hanukkah if you're out there too. Okay. Happy Hanukkah, Merry Christmas.
Sweet, man. That's pretty cool.
I know,
man.
right? It's crazy. Yeah.
Awesome.
Oy vey, so.
Yeah, man. But dude, once again, we thank you all so much for coming and hanging out with us tonight. Great time as always. Love talking with y'all. Awesome show, man. Really awesome show. We talked about a lot of cool stuff, but I hope you all have a great night, and we will see y'all after Christmas. Y'all have a Merry Christmas.
Happy holidays, everybody. Take care.
May the force be with y'all. See y'all later.
See you later.
Thank you, everybody.